Hello, my most beautiful besties in the entire world. For today's video, we're doing our declutter marathon. That is when I'm gonna put all of my previous declutters into one video. However, I did change things up. In today's video, I'm also adding my single eyeshadow and my lipstick collection to today's video. So if you've already seen my blush, primer, concealer, setting powder, if you guys already seen that, you can kind of fast forward towards the end of the video where you guys will see my single shadows and my lipstick at the very end. I'm so excited. I love doing my declutter marathons. You guys love them as well. You guys will not see my eyeshadow palette in today's video because that's a 3-hour long video that I already posted like a week or so ago. If you guys want to check that out, I'll leave it linked down below. But yeah, welcome to today's declutter marathon. Like I said, if you've seen my previous videos, just kind of fast forward it. But if you haven't, well then grab a snack, grab a drink, bestie, because it is declutter time. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna go ahead and dive right on into my primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder drawer. So this is how the drawer is looking right now. She is definitely filled to the brim. She's really messy. She has a lot of empty products in here that I need to go through and really kind of declutter this down, because at the end of the day, I don't need this many primers. I don't need this many foundations, and I do not need this many like setting powders either. I know it's my job to test things out. I also know what works and what does not work for me, and what I've touched and what I have not touched in a while. So I'm going to set my camera up and we're going to go through this drawer. But this is how we're looking right now. I'm hoping to clear out half of this collection if I can. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so this is where I store all my makeup. We are not going to judge how dirty it is because this entire beauty room needs to be decluttered and cleaned. I think this is going to be my biggest declutter series yet, because not only am I going to go through all of these drawers right here, because like right here we have my primers, foundations, concealers, and setting powders, but down here, oh yeah, that's all the blushes and highlighters and bronzers. Then down there, it's all Glam Light. We have like my eyeliners and mascaras we have to go through. This drawer right here is a bin of all extras. Everything extra, everything I need to go through. I'm going to pull out stuff for me that I want to keep. I'm going to pull out stuff I'm going to use for giveaways. And I'm also going to pull out stuff that I can absolutely donate. And then same thing with this on there. That's only like makeup bags and brushes. But we're going to focus on this drawer first before we move into like my lip collection, my palette collection, and then my actual like makeup desk where I'm going to go through all my skincare and finally clean out the top portion which has like all my Jaclyn Cosmetics products and everything. So anyway, we're going to get started with this drawer right here. This is going to be my primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder drawer. Now, I am very, very, very oily. So I tend to buy products that are geared towards oily skin. However, I do try products that are not necessarily geared for oily skin, but I just like to try it because it is my job. So we're going to kind of go over everything and explain why I want to keep it or why I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera this way so I can pull items out. But this is everything I'm working with today. So I don't even have like a drawer for these products. I'm just literally going to be pulling them out and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so we're going to start off with like the primer drawer. So up first, I do have the Super Goop. This is going to be the everyday lotion. This is going to be a sunscreen. I'm going to take this out of my collection because this legit is a sunscreen. Why it's in there, I don't know. I think I just put it in there, but I'm going to go ahead and put this with like my beach bag and pool stuff because I would definitely use it for that. We have the Benefit. This is the Do La La. I don't know how I feel about this. This is supposed to be like one of those like highlighting products. Honestly, it's a cool idea, but like I really realistically don't use products like this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Next, we do have the e.l.f. bronzing drops. I bought these because these were viral. Everybody said how much I love them. I had to have them myself. And honestly, guys, I do not like them. I have tried them so many times and I just seriously cannot get this to work for me. Like no matter what I do, it just goes on really, really patchy. It stays patchy on the skin. So for me, I just find that it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Next, I bought this little oil for a TikTok challenge. It literally is a TikTok challenge. This is supposed to be a lightweight facial oil that softens and moisturizes the skin. Honestly, I only use it for the challenge. I didn't use it for anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and just declutter this. I'm not a facial oil type of person. I never have been, especially because I get really oily. I have other products I think work great on my skin. And while I know you definitely need to hydrate and put oil and put moisturizing products on, trust me, I do. I just feel like this was not for me. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter. It was only like $10, so I didn't break the bank getting it. Next, we do have the Physician. This is the Butter Glow. This is going to be a bronzing serum. It smells great. It smells like coconut, but honestly, I'm never going to use this and it's a little bit too deep for me, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Then we're going to move on to the Kosas. This is going to be the Dream Beam Sunlit like sunscreen. Guys, I love this so much. It's probably why mine is so dirty because I literally love this. This goes on like a sunscreen and it just gives you like this beautiful bronze glow on the face. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It smells really good. This is what I wear on my makeup, no makeup days. When I want to look like I have some sort of complexion product to my face, this is what I go for. So I'm definitely keeping that. I'm also keeping the Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops. Again, really do love this. Now this is definitely richer in pigment, but the way that this blends out seamlessly onto the skin, it looks really intense right now, but it does blend out and gives you just a really soft, beautiful glow. I wear this on the days I'm not wearing any makeup. I just want to have some sort of glowy, bronzy look. This is also another product that I go for, so I'm keeping that. Okay, so up next we have the Tarte. This is the Key Largo Glow. Y'all, I really don't remember much about this. I don't remember my thoughts on this. Honestly, I'm probably going to let her go because I don't ever really like reach for this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and like let her go because I know the other two serums I actually reach for actively. I don't ever reach for this one. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. All right, guys. So up next, we do the Glow Recipe. This is the Strawberry BHA Pore Smoothing Blur Drops. I have been obsessed with this. I want to say for like almost 2 years now. I'm absolutely keeping this. I go through bottle after bottle after bottle. Do I have another backup with this? I absolutely do because I generally do get a use out of this. So we're definitely keeping her. Next, we do the Benefit. This is the Pore Professional Matte Primer. Surprisingly, it doesn't do a bad job at controlling the oil. It does help to control the oil. Is it my favorite? No, it's not my favorite. It does have that pleasant scent to it. It's like that normal pleasant like Benefit Professional like pleasant smell. I can't describe the smell other than it smells like Benefit, but for me, I just don't get enough use out of this to want to keep it. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I was sent this in PR, but I actually know some people who can definitely get a good use out of this, who don't get as oily as I do, so they might get a better use out of this. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. Alrighty, so up next, we have, I think, a Flower Nose Beauty primer. This is a really pretty primer. Like, it's really pretty. I love the concept. I love the idea of it. It's really smoothing. But honestly, I don't really ever use this. I just generally don't. I said in my declutter series back in like July or June that I would declutter things I don't use. And so unfortunately, I don't use this enough. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pass this on to a home that I think will get a better use out of it. It's really, really gorgeous, but I just want someone to get a better use out of it. This is definitely geared more towards dry skin. And since I'm really oily, it doesn't do much for me. Alrighty, so up next, this looks absolutely disgusting. I'm quite embarrassed with how gross this looks. But it's also because I show it so much love. This is my most well-loved primer in my entire collection. This is going to be the One Size Oil Sucker. This is the Extreme Mattifying Primer, and this does wonders for my skin. This is what I wear every single day when I go to work. I wear this a lot when I'm filming, but this is my tried and true primer. I literally wear this every time I am going out and I have a full face of makeup on because I know this is going to do a great job at controlling the oil. I do have like 1 or 2 backups of this because I was sent it, and then my friend Cody J gave me another one because he knows how obsessed I am with this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep her. I'm also keeping the Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. If you have oily skin, this is another blessing to have. You guys can tell I have a lot of product left, but the reason being is that a little bit of this goes a long way. You only need like 1 or 2 drops to tap onto the skin to like literally help to lock in your makeup, help to lock in your skincare, help to control the oil. It's an absolutely fantastic product from Danessa Myricks. A little bit goes a long way. So for me, this is well worth the price point because I know it's going to take me a while to go through this. So I'm definitely keeping this. Up next, we do have the Milk Makeup. This is going to be the Cloud Glow Primer. This is a really cool concept. I love the fact that it goes on like a cloud and then it just blends out really, really, really nicely. Now I really do I do enjoy this primer, but for me, honestly, I do get oily when wearing this. I really do. This is not one of my favorite Milk cosmetics. This is not one of my favorite Milk makeup products. I think Milk makeup makes some awesome oil control, pore minimizing primers, and to me, this is not it. But this is great if you have dry skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to a home that definitely get a better use out of it than I would. Up next, we do have another Milk makeup product. This is gonna be the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is absolutely fantastic if you have really oily skin. You just rub the stick on in your troubled areas and it really is going to help to blur your imperfections and help to control the oil. I absolutely love this. A little bit of this does go a long way. This blends beautifully with any other primer that I pair it with, so I'm definitely keeping. Up next, we do have the Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Blur Primer. Surprisingly enough, I really like this primer. While it doesn't do much to help to hold the oil, it really does help to give my complexion a really soft blur. It makes my pores look a little bit softened, not minimized, but just a little bit softened. And I do pair it nicely with the one size. So we're definitely keeping her, and she is probably about like only has like a quarter or so left. I used a lot of this because I really do enjoy this. Up next, we have the Ciate London. This is going to be a perfect putty. I don't know how I have this. I don't know how or why I have this. Ooh, she's dry feeling. Oh, wow. She feels dry. I'm going to go ahead. I was not flicking you guys off, I promise. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. This feels pretty dry. I don't know why I have this or how I got it. I must have sent it. But this is a blurring mattifying balm. Yeah, no. Declutter. This is the Timeless Smoothing Primer. Guys, I absolutely love this primer. It's great to help to fill in my really large pores. On the days that I'm not wearing any makeup, but I want to make my face look smooth, I literally just go in with this primer. I push it into the pores and it gives me such a smooth looking face, and it helps to minimize them, but then I don't do anything else on top of it because it does nothing for the makeup, nothing for my makeup or anything, but it's great to help to fill in my pores. So we're definitely going to keep this until I run out, and then when I run out, well, we'll figure out what I want to do. All right, so here we have the one size. This is the Secure the Glow. As you guys can tell, I really did enjoy playing with this primer. It worked great. Like, it really worked great to help to control the oil. It's not meant for oily skin, but for some reason when I wore this, my oil did not separate the makeup on top, which I really did appreciate this. It has boba in it, so it's really unique texture, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably pass this on to a different home because like it does have like a little bit of chunkiness in it, but that's just the boba. I'm gonna pass this on to somebody who I know would get a better use out of this, who has pretty dry skin, who would just really benefit from this more than I would. It was great to play with. But I found other one size products that I just love a lot more. Next, we did the Iconic London. This is the Velvet Smooth Pore Refining Primer. This doesn't really do anything again for longevity of the makeup, but it does help to make my makeup look really smooth, which I really do appreciate. It really kind of goes on very soft. It kind of reminds me of the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I love the vibe that I get with this. So I'm going to keep this because this is, again, a primer that I wear on the days that I want to have like a really smooth complexion but not have any makeup on top. This is another go-to for me. Up next, we do have the What's Up Beauty. This is going to be the Positivity Lightweight Hydrating Face Primer. This is a really cool face primer. I really enjoyed playing with this. I compared this to the Benefit Professional Matte Primer. Both held on really great. But again, I'm just looking more for like a mattifying primer than hydrating primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along to a friend who I know has been eyeing this, and she'll probably get a better use out of this than I will. Up next, we do have the CoverGirl. This is gonna be the Velvet Blur Primer. Honestly, this did nothing. This did nothing. It does not do anything to the pores. It does not help to control the makeup. Whenever I see these big influencers say how much they love this, they honestly could be telling the truth because generally it really could work for them. But for me, it just generally did not work. So I'm going to go ahead and just declutter this one. Oh, she's an oldie, but she's a goodie. This is my Milk makeup. This is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is probably my third or fourth bottle of this at this point. I love it so much. It's not going anywhere. As soon as this empties out, I do have another backup. I always have backups of these ones because I gently go through them like no tomorrow. So we're definitely keeping her. I just recently got this in PR. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, but with the my Hydro Grip, but with a glowy finish. I'm not going to part with it just yet because I'm still kind of playing around with this. At first, I thought I was not going to like it because of how golden and sheen it looks, but it actually blends out really, really, really nicely on the skin. It didn't make my makeup look any more oily than it normally does. Like, it really held on nicely. It had a nice little gripping texture, so I'm definitely going to keep this because even though it's meant for like hydrating the skin, somehow their hydrating products just tend to work with me, so we're gonna keep this. Next, we do have the e.l.f. This is the Dew Primer. This went viral and it sold out like crazy and no one could get their hands on this, and it finally came back. Honestly, I feel like I need to give this another chance. I only played with it twice. I wasn't that impressed, but everybody swears by this. Everybody says how much they love this. Maybe I just need to give it another chance. Like, I feel like I'm not giving it justice the way that I need to. It smells incredible. It truly smells incredible. So I think I'll give this another chance. If I don't play with it by the end of this next summer, we'll declutter it. But I'm going to play this again. Next, we do have the Tatcha. This is the liquid silk canvas. I still really enjoy this silk canvas. Again, this is one of those products that I wear on the days that I'm doing a no makeup look, just to put it on my face, give me a nice silky complexion. I really do love Tatcha products. They work absolutely amazing on my skin. Well, their skincare does. This doesn't really do too much for the oil, even though it is oil free, but it does make my makeup look really smooth. So I'm gonna keep this for now. My beautiful friend Mikey sent this my way. He thought I would absolutely love the Made by Mitchell. This is gonna be a blurring primer, and honestly, it doesn't do anything for my pores. It doesn't do anything to blur. It doesn't do anything to make my makeup last. Like, I've tried it several times. It's cool in concept, but this product just did not work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. Up next, we do have the e.l.f. Power Grip with plus 4% niacinamide. This niacinamide really works wonders on my skin because my large pores. I still really enjoy this primer, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. Since I am keeping the One Size Oil Control Extreme primer, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because I'm not gonna reach for this one anymore. As cool as it is, ooh, that kind of looks gross. Is that the color that it's supposed to be? Ooh, she looks a little sus. She looks a little sus. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this because that does not feel good. I don't even know how old this one is, honestly. Okay, it still smells okay, but for me, since I'm using the One Size oil sucker, I don't need this one anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. It's going to be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer. This is a great primer for oily skin. I use this on special occasions. I don't use it all the time like I really should because she's a little pricey, but she works really beautifully for oily skin, so we're keeping. Up next, we do have the One Size Beauty. This is the Secure the Sweat. I have not used this since I had... Ew, why does she look like that though? Ew, she's dripping. This looks like snot. This looks disgusting. That is so embarrassing. Oh, this is going to be the One Size Secure the Sweat. This really helps to keep your makeup matte, like waterproof, transfer proof. It's supposed to help control the oil. It's a nice product, but since I again use the One Size Secure this One Size Oil Control, I don't need this anymore. Does this smell? No, it doesn't have a smell. Okay, so that's good, but she is looking sus. She's looking sus. So we're going to go ahead and declutter her because I'm not going to use it. And then lastly, for primers, we do have the Milk Hydro Grip. This is the second one that I have gone through. This is the second one I have now. I still really do enjoy the Hydro Grip. As long as she continues to be fresh and doesn't change colors, I'm going to go ahead and keep this because it still works wonders on my skin. Okay, so up first for foundation, we do have my Estee Lauder. This is going to be the Double Wear Pressed Powder Foundation. Years ago when I bought this, I bought the refillable by accident. I thought I bought the actual component, but I bought the refillable. And you know, I'm making it work. I love this powder foundation. As you guys can see, she does get love. I wear this on my Disney days. When I have Disney days and I'm going to be out in the hot sun all day, I don't want to wear a liquid foundation. I want to wear a powdered foundation. So I do go in with this lovely product right here. Oh, shit. Okay, so I do go in with this lovely product right here, and this just goes on so nicely. It's so smoothing. This pairs beautifully with my Tarte primer. I pair these two together, or I actually pair this with Kosas. Love the two. This just works really, really good. I only wear it on my Disney days because I don't want to have to wear a liquid. So this is why I am definitely keeping this right here. Up next, we do have my One Size. So this is going to be my One Size foundation. As you guys can see, I have two different shades. They did send me some shades. I did pass along shades that were not going to work for me. I have the shade called 35 Light In and the shade 40G. This 40G is actually going to be passed along to a friend because that's too deep for me. But they did send me two other shades that are not featured in today's video because they're sitting in a box of makeup. I will show you guys at the end of the video what we're working with and why I'm giving away and why I am doing such a declutter on my channel, because I just want to give back as much as possible and help to declutter because I've overconsumed too much. But I really do love this foundation. I think it's absolutely incredible. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This is a full coverage long wear foundation. If you have oily skin, you'll absolutely enjoy this. So this is the Salt New York. I actually got to meet Kiki, the owner of Salt New York. Absolutely incredible. I really do love my little foundation unit that I have right here. So I have a foundation, I have a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. This works fantastic on my skin. Even though it's more like a balm, it's more like a skin tint. It actually surprisingly works really well. You see how like I've already hit pan. I never really hit pan on products because I have so much of it, but this works really beautiful on the days that I just want to have a nice even base but not really do too much to my face. This just goes on, gives me even complexion, and I wear it around the house. I wear it if I'm running out and doing chores. Like, it doesn't have longevity in terms of controlling the oil, but it is really, really pretty, so I'm definitely keeping this. I have my Tier foundation. I really do enjoy this foundation. Surprisingly, this foundation worked wonders. I know Heather did a whole video on the red one, the pink one, and the silver one. I think she said that the red is still her favorite. I think it's the pink one. That's the all matte one, but I really do enjoy this foundation. You can find this on Amazon. It works great. I had such big hesitations about this because it was viral all over TikTok and I thought everybody was lying, but you know what? Surprisingly, they were not. Next, I do have my Sigma Beauty skin tints. These are beautiful, beautiful skin tints. I think the reason why I have two is because I do mix two together, but I wonder if I actually need to because this one feels so much lighter than this one. So I'm wondering, do I need two or do I just keep the one? Okay, so there's, oh, okay, this is the shade right here called Light 3, Light 2. That's why I kept them. I mix all the time because a lot of times I am either a light medium with a neutral undertone or I'm just a light with a neutral undertone. It really kind of varies. So I do tend to mix. So I really do like the skin tint right here. So we're gonna go ahead and keep her. Up next, I do have the e.l.f. foundation. Now I have two of them right here because I wasn't sure which one was gonna work best for me. I have the shade called Light Neutral 25 and the shade called Light Warm 24. This one hasn't even been opened at all, like has not been opened. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along because this is a little bit too light for me, but this one, she's almost empty. I really do enjoy this foundation. I wear it a lot whenever I'm filming, so we're gonna go ahead and keep her, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one or at least pass this along, especially since it's not open. Oh, that's fantastic. Next, we do have my Estee Lauder. This is my Double Wear foundation. This is a great foundation for oily skin. She is a little bit on the older side because I've had her for quite some time. And unfortunately for me, I lost the pump for this, but she still smells beautiful, still smells okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this because I really do wear this on special occasions. But this is a fantastic, fantastic foundation for oily skin. And the day that I run out of this is the day I'll go pick a new one up. This is my Urban Decay. This is my Urban Decay Face Bond foundation. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, she's got a lot of love. There's really nothing left in this bottle. I used the crap out of it. It's pretty much empty. And I actually do have like two more of these foundations. They sent me two by accident. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because this is pretty much empty and I don't need to keep an empty one in my collection. Next, we do have the Makeup Revolution. This is going to be the Skin Silk foundation. Surprisingly enough, this was not a bad foundation. I really did not mind this foundation in the slightest. I truly didn't, but I just don't use it enough. I just don't use it enough to justify keeping it. It's really pretty. I love playing with it. I love how glowy and glassy my skin look when wearing it, but honestly, I don't use it enough to justify keeping it. Like, I don't even use it on my filming days. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. Okay, so up next we have Polite Society. This is More Than a Pretty Face foundation. I really enjoy this foundation. Surprisingly enough, I really enjoy it, and she is a little bit deeper on me, but she's great for the summer. This just goes on really nicely, even though I do get a little bit oily when wearing this. Surprisingly enough, it doesn't separate, doesn't cake. It's a really, really, really pretty foundation. It gives me my base like a nice smooth texture. I love the way that this looks on me, so I'm gonna keep. Up next, we do have my Chanel. This is a foundation I got in mystery box last year. This is a beautiful foundation, and every time I wear this, you guys always say how nice this foundation looks on me. It does look really nice. She's expensive too. And she smells like Dior. Oh, she smells like Dior Forever like foundation. I used to love that foundation. We're definitely gonna be keeping her. And I need to utilize this more because surprisingly, I don't get really oily with wearing this. I need to use this more. I need to. I'm gonna make myself. Alrighty, so up next we do have the Glossier foundation. I got this last year. I think I got this. And you know, I did enjoy playing with it. I really did. I think she solidified in the bottle. I think she did. I did enjoy playing with this at the time I bought this because everybody was hyping this up and I thought, well, why not try it? And it is a nice foundation, but I really do think that this is like solidified. Okay, there she goes. Ooh, she's thick and creamy. She doesn't have a smell, which is nice, but for me, I don't use this enough to justify keeping it. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Up next, we do have my NARS. Oh no. Do you guys see that? It's separated. Oh no. Oh no, wait. Okay, so I've had this for years. This is pretty old. She's still okay though. Okay, she doesn't have a smell. Oh, I forgot how pretty this formula was. Okay. Shit. We have to keep. Another Holy Grail foundation of mine was the NARS. I have to shake it up because this one's also separated. This was a Holy Grail of mine for like 2 years. I was obsessed with this foundation. I do pair it. Why does it look like that? Okay, no smell. No smell. I do pair this though with the soft matte. Does it all look like that? Okay, no, it just needs to be shaken. I did pair the soft matte. I forgot how pretty this is. I need to use this more. I really need to use this more because this is a beautiful foundation. And I do pair it with the soft matte. Okay, so up next, I do have the Makeup Forever. This is going to be the HD Glow Hydra Skin. I loved the matte version of this. I thought the matte version of this was absolutely incredible. And I meant to buy the new version. I meant to buy the matte version of this. But I did get the glowy one. And while I do think this is really pretty, I really do. I had a lot of fun playing with this. Honestly, I just don't reach for this the way that I once did. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Up next, surprisingly, I love this foundation so much. This works really, really well on my skin, especially this works really well on my skin. It doesn't help to like blur the imperfections, but it just looks so smoothing on my skin. I use this all the time now when filming, and this is almost empty. Like I've gone through so much of this because I use a lot of this. I absolutely love this and I 1000% repurchase, so I'm keeping. Oh, this is my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydra Tinted Moisturizer Foundation. I don't use this anymore. I don't touch it. Haven't in a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. But okay, that was stuck there. I don't like much from Smashbox, but surprisingly enough, I do like this foundation a lot. It works great to help to control the oil and stay on my makeup, stay on my face all day. It's really nice and smoothing. I really do enjoy this foundation. I always have, and it's why I've kept it. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this and force myself to use it more in my videos because it is a really pretty foundation. Up next, we have the Tarte. This is the face tape. I recently just gave this a go again, and I really liked this. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. This is me retrying it during like the so like during the Shop My Stash. I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. These are really, really, really beautiful foundations, but honestly, I don't reach for these ones at all because I do enjoy the matte version of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. We have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Foundation. Again, this is a foundation that I just don't use ever. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter her just because I don't use this foundation. Up next, we do have the NYX. This is going to be the Bare With Me Blur foundation. Surprisingly, this thing is like, ew, but she is a little thick for what she is. This is supposed to be like a skin tint. Tell me what skin tint is full coverage like this. This thing is so full coverage. Full coverage skin tint. I have never seen that before. Honestly, it's a beautiful foundation. It's a foundation, not even a skin tint. So I'm gonna keep. Okay, so up next we do have my Lancome foundations. These actually were gifted to me in PR. I have to mix both of them to get my complexion to match. Honestly, I do get really oily when I wear these. I really do. They're really nice. What is that? Where did that just come from? Ew. Okay. They're really nice, but I do get really oily when I wear these, and I think I actually do have newer ones they sent, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these. Up next, we do the Maybelline. This is the 30-hour foundation. Honestly, I feel like I'm one of the only people out there that just don't care for this. I just generally don't care for this foundation. I always oxidize down on me. No matter what shade I get, it always oxidizes down. I just struggle with this foundation. I always have. It always looks like peanut butter on me, so for me, I'm just going to let it go. I never use it. Up next, we do have the e.l.f. Hydrating CC Cream. I really do enjoy this CC Cream, so I'm going to keep this. Same thing with the IT Cosmetics Natural CC Cream. This is also a really good foundation. Surprisingly enough, I really do enjoy this. But I think this is like one of the first ones they came out with. This is great if you have oily skin, so this is another product that I'm going to go ahead and keep. We have the Estee Lauder. This is going to be the Double Wear Maximum Cover. Y'all, this literally can like cover a tattoo. This thing is so thick. A little bit does go a long way, and I wear this during the summer, but I do have to mix because it's a little bit too light for me, but it is so full coverage. I swear this could cover a tattoo. But I do enjoy this. I'm keeping this. We have the Revlon Serum Skin Tint right here. She's really pretty, but I don't use her, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. And then I bought this one. This was the original Revlon Cover Stay Long Wear Combination Oily Skin Foundation. This is the original one, but then they did reformulate, and I do have, it should be right here actually, the reformulated version. I prefer this one way over this one. Like this one I just don't ever use. This one is the best one, and I will keep restocking on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this because this is my absolute favorite foundation of all times. I keep telling you guys that it has not changed, and I'm gonna keep recommending this. So we're keeping and we're decluttering. This is the Patrick Ta. This is gonna be the Hydrating Luxe Illuminating Foundation. I spent like $68 on this shit, okay? Look at that. First off, look at that right there. It just runs. I am just not the biggest fan of this foundation. I honest to God meant to return it because it makes my face kind of itch. It does nothing for the oil. It's not the prettiest on me, but I honestly forgot to return it, and now it's too late to return it. So I'm going to keep it for the mere fact that during like my videos that I'm filming, just like new makeup releases or something like that, if I'm not testing a new makeup, I'm going to force myself to wear this to get my $68 worth. Okay, because since I can't return it now, it's too late for me because I just couldn't get there in time. We're keeping her to use the shit out of her so I don't waste my damn money on this freaking product. Ugh, I already feel bad that I did. So we're going to keep her and we're going to make her work as best as we can. Okay, so now we're going to move on to concealers. I don't have like a lot of like concealers to go through, so this is gonna be kind of like a quicker segment, just because I generally don't have a lot of concealers because I'm not a concealer girly. I have not been a concealer girly ever. So up first we do have the pretty, oh my god, she's looking a little sus, right? Like ew. Does it smell? No, but she's pretty much empty. So we're gonna go ahead. We're just decluttering. This is the new ABH. This is the Magic Touch Concealer. I just recently got this in my Sephora haul. I absolutely am loving this concealer, so we are definitely keeping this one. This is the Tarte Creamless Creamy Concealer. I really do enjoy this concealer, so we're gonna keep. We have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer. I really do enjoy this concealer as well, so we're gonna keep. We have the Tarte Shape Tape. Again, another concealer that I really do enjoy, so we're keeping. We have the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. I like this concealer, I really do. But honestly, she's getting a little smelly. She's getting a little stinky, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter her. I have the Dominique Cosmetics. I used to really enjoy this concealer because it has like a metal application, but I don't use her ever. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this. We have one of my favorites, which is the Makeup by Mario. This is the Awakening Concealer. I love this one so much, so we're gonna keep. Like I said, I'm not a concealer girly, so we don't have much to go through. We have the Sigma. This is gonna be a color corrector. I'm not really sure. I just recently got this, so I have not played with this yet. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Like, I see what I'm using it as like a concealer, but like, I don't know. Like, what do I do? I don't show her any love anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter. This is my NARS. This is the Pot Conceal. Honestly, I use this to cover up any blemishes that I may have or any mess ups, so we're definitely gonna keep. And lastly, I do have my Salt New York. This is a little concealer right here, but I really do like it, but it's just a little bit too wet for me. I don't use it nearly as much as I do like the face one, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna declutter this one. Okay, and then all right here, these are just my eyeshadow bases. So we're not decluttering any of my eyeshadow bases because I generally do get a use out of these, so we're gonna go ahead and keep those. All right, guys, lastly, we're moving on to setting powders. Okay, so up first for setting powders, we do have Sigma. This is gonna be the Soft Focus Vanilla Bean setting powder. Honestly, it doesn't really doesn't do much to my oil. I do get really oily when wearing this. It doesn't make my face look really soft or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this just because I don't get a use out of this because it just doesn't do anything necessarily for me. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter. Up next, I do have the e.l.f. This is the HD powder. For some reason, y'all, I freaking enjoy this powder so much. It makes my face look so soft and radiant. I don't know what it is about this setting powder that I really do enjoy. It does nothing for the oil, but whenever I'm filming and I want to put this on camera, it makes my makeup look really nice. So we're gonna keep. Up next, I do have my Nakia Joy. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder. If you guys can tell, well, there's like virtually nothing left in this setting powder. I think I have enough for just like 2 or 3 more uses, but there's literally nothing left. She is pretty much bare bones. I don't know if I have any backups of this. If I don't, I have to go get some, but I'm going to keep this just for now. But literally there's like nothing left, but this is one of my favorite setting powders, so we're going to go ahead and keep this. We have another empty setting powder. This is my Kimchi Chic. This is the Puff Puff Pass setting powder. I've been talking about this powder for years. It's one of my absolute favorite for oily skin. But again, you guys can see that she pretty much has nothing left. Oh my gosh, there's like literally, and if you guys can tell, like nothing left in this component besides just a tiny bit right there. So sadly, we're decluttering, and again, I don't know if I have any backups of this, so I might have to go get more. The Lunar Beauty Universal Setting Powder. Again, this is pretty much on its last leg. I've used so much of this because I really do love this. I'm going to try to get as much as I can out of it because it does a great job at controlling the oil, and as soon as I run out, I'm definitely buying another one because I know I do not have any backups of this. This is my One Size Secure the Sweat Blurring Face Primer. She pretty much is empty. How much I got left is literally that much right there. So we're not going to put her back in my collection. I'm going to put her on my desk because I'm going to finish that last bit out because this is one of my favorite setting powders as well. So we're going to finish this out, and then I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I think I have one more, but we're going to go ahead and pull this out of the collection because it needs to be used. Actually, I will pull out these 3 completely out of my collection because they need to be finished out, and I'm going to keep them on my desk, and as soon as they're finished out, we'll get new ones. This is the One Size. This is the Ultra Peach. Surprisingly, this works really well on my skin. I really do enjoy this. We're going to go ahead and keep my Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Translucent Setting Powder. I love this setting powder for one reason and one reason only. It's great for blending out eyeshadow. I do not use it for my face. I use it strictly for my eyeshadow, so I'm keeping it just for that. Other than that, I don't care for it. This is the Benefit. This is the Professional Mattifying Setting Powder. Surprisingly enough, this actually works really nicely on the skin. It looks really beautiful. It goes on super smoothing. It really helps to mattify the face. Not enough for me to say it's a great foundation. Not enough for me to say it's great for oily skin, but it is really nice for the days I'm just doing a quick makeup look and I'm filming. I would definitely use it for that. So I'm going to keep. Then we have Polite Society. This is More Than a Pretty Face Loose Setting Powder. This is fantastic if you want to have the smoothest face ever. Absolutely fantastic if you want to have the smoothest face. Doesn't do the best for controlling the oil, but it makes my makeup last me all day. I do enjoy this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep. If I keep more setting powders, it's because it's really hard for me to find setting powders that work best for my oily skin. So I probably will keep more than I declutter, just because I generally do enjoy trying out different setting powders and seeing what works best. Last but not least, on this little drawer, we do have my La Mer setting powder. There is definitely just a little bit left, but once it's gone, it's gone. You see that's how much we have left. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out of my collection as well because I'm gonna keep this on my desk so I can utilize this and let it go. I definitely was gonna repurchase another one. You guys, wanted me to do that last year, but then I put that use actually toward you guys. I actually ended up giving back to you guys and did a Christmas giveaway. So I never got another one for myself, but one day I will. But that day's not today. We're gonna finish this out and then we'll let it go. Up next, I'm still trying this out. This is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Setting Powder. I'm still trying this out, so I'm gonna keep this because I'm still testing it. It's by far not my favorite setting powder at all. I don't like how everything's so loose in here, but it does look really soft under the eyes. So we're gonna keep this for now because I'm still testing it out. I have the Rare Beauty Finishing Powder. I do enjoy this tapping on before I finish my makeup, so we're gonna keep. And then I'm still currently testing out the OIS. I just bought this in my Sephora haul. It doesn't really do too much for the oil, but I'm still testing it out, so I'll definitely give you guys an updated review on this coming shortly. We have the Danessa Meyer's Blurring Balm. Why that's there, I don't know, but I'm decluttering because this does nothing for my skin. Up next, we did the Florasis. This is a pressed setting powder. Again, does nothing for my skin, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter. We have the little mini Huda Beauty loose setting powder. We have the little mini Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder. I'm definitely keeping this. I want to finish this out. I do a full size that I want to pull subscribers at my way, but I want to finish this out before we move on to the full size. Givenchy. I do have a full size of this that I bought last spring. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I want to finish this out because I know that once this is gone, then I'm on to that setting powder. It's a different formula now. They took away the talc, and they made it like really like sparkly. So I'm going to hold on to this, but she doesn't have as much left in it. So we're going to finish this out, get my new one, and then we will go from there. Honestly, I need to keep testing this. I got this in a Sephora favorites. I don't know my thoughts on this. I need to keep testing this to see if it's really worth it. Next we have the Glam Light. This is the strawberry bake like powder. I don't even think I even opened this one. I don't think I did. Did I? No. No, I did not. I'm not a pink powder girl. I don't know. It doesn't work best for me. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. I'll pass this on to a better home. Somebody can get a better use out of this because I just know for me, I'm not going to use this. I really do enjoy my Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder. This is absolutely fantastic on the days that I'm wearing no makeup. And I want to take that like Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer and press that into my pores. I put this on top. Fantastic. We have a Dominique Cosmetics. This is going to be a pink setting powder right here. Like I said, I'm not really into pinks. It's supposed to brighten the under eye, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. The Laura Mercier Press Setting Powder, and I did not like this at all, like in the slightest. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter. We have the Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder, but this is also a pink powder as well. And I just am not the biggest fan of like pink powders because they really do brighten the skin, which is fine. But I'm not one to like brightened under eyes or brightened skin. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Sad, I was hoping it would be another restock, but it's not. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter. Like, look at that. Look how it's like shiny. No, thank you. We have the Lunar Beauty. This is a pink one as well. This hasn't even used. Like, I don't know why this is a little dirty. Maybe because I used it with something else. Maybe because this, I don't know why this is a little dirty. I might take the powder puff out, but I will definitely pass this along to somebody else because this hasn't even used. It's a pink powder, but again, I'm not a fan of pink powders. So we're going to go ahead and pass this along, but I'll probably end up cleaning that one or just getting rid of it so that way someone doesn't have a good powder puff that has a little bit of powder left on it. I do the Glam Light. This is going to be the translucent setting powder. Thank God it wasn't open because I just dropped it. But this is a cute setting powder. They put a lot. They put a lot. I do get oily while wearing this, but my makeup does look pretty nice when wearing it as well. So I'm going to keep this just because I'll use it for like filming days. I won't use it for like work days because I do get oily, but I'll use it for filming days. Okay, so now that this drawer, for the most part, is pretty much empty, we're going to go ahead and clean this out. I'm going to reorganize it. I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like now. I'll tell you how many primers I kept versus got rid of. Same thing with like foundations, setting powders, and concealers. So I'll be right on back. Okay, so you guys remember what my drawer looked like before? And this is my drawer after. It looks definitely still kind of full, but a lot better than it did. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to like my primer section. So I just kind of put like my skin tints right here minus this one. And we're just going to kind of just go back. I just organized it this way. I actually ended up keeping 16 primers, but I decluttered 16 primers. So I feel like that was definitely a 50% declutter, which I'm really, really, really grateful for. Next, we're moving on to foundations. I just put like my powder, and then my one that's always in the back so I can remember to use these. And then I just have them all back here. So nothing touching them anymore. They're just kind of laid out this way. I ended up keeping 21 foundations and I decluttered 14 foundations. So I definitely did not declutter as much as I wanted to. But for me, I hold on to complexion products a lot more than anything else in my collection besides eyeshadow, because since I'm so oily, it's really hard to find products that work best for my skin. So I try to keep everything that works best for my skin. As for concealer, this is how the drawer looks like right here. Like I said, I don't really do much with concealer. I don't keep much concealer, so it's just kind of empty. I kept over 6 concealers and I decluttered 4 concealers. So almost a 50-50. Not fully there, but almost there. And then lastly, we have my setting powders. Like, look how much more space I have now. Like, literally, I cleaned out so much. I just have 2 right here. One's open, one's not. I just want to keep the Glam packaging for now. I eventually might get rid of the packaging, but as of right now, I might end up keeping it. But we'll see when the time comes. But overall, I kept over 14 setting powders. If you count these little miniature ones right here, I kept over 14. If you don't count those, then I kept over 11 setting powders, and I decluttered 7 setting powders. But if you really want to look into it, technically I decluttered 12 because 5 of those still have a little bit of product left that I want to use to finish them out, and then they're going to be gone from my collection. So technically I did declutter 12 setting powders, kept 14, decluttered 12, but only 7 is truly being decluttered right now. 5 of them are also being put on my desk to be finished out by the rest of like the next week or so. So overall, this is my entire primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder declutter. I'm really happy with how this drawer looks. It looks so much cleaner. It makes me feel so happy knowing that I got rid of so much stuff. And then in my next declutter video, we're going to hit this bad boy right here. She is filled to the brim with products. Majority of these products, surprisingly, are blushes. I have way too many blushes. I don't know how, but somehow I do. You guys ready to see my blush drawer? This is my bronzer, blush, and highlighter drawer. I'm low-key embarrassed because this thing is messy. But what can I say, besties? What can I say? I like a lot of products, like trying new things. Somehow I was not a blush girly, but somehow I accumulated a lot of blush. I don't know how I did, but somehow I did. Same thing with highlighter. Somehow we accumulated a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and set up the camera, and we're gonna pull out one section at a time, and I'm gonna try to declutter as much as possible because, like I told you guys, I'm trying to eliminate my overconsumption habits. So we're gonna try to cut this drawer down, but this is how we're looking right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up the camera and let's get this declutter started. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly start to take these items out of here. We're gonna start with my bronzer section. This is like the least amount of products I have. And the rest of this drawer, I have mostly just blushes and highlighters in this drawer. But we're going to start with my bronzer section. I might not declutter as much bronzer because I generally really do like bronzer and I don't have as much versus everything else. So let me go ahead and pull this out. Okay, so here is my bronzer drawer. So up first, we are going to have the Unearthly Cosmetics. This is going to be the High Temp bronzer. Now, I do have two shades. I have the shade called Fair. And then I also have the shade called Light. So I have two different shades. I will say these are really pretty bronzers, but these are more like bronze lighters. I don't know how else to call them, but like bronze lighters, where they definitely give like a really pretty glow to the skin. However, I am really, really, really oily. So for me, I don't really use bronzers like this because I just don't want to have like an extra shine, extra glow. My natural oils are going to do that for me, and I just feel like this would just accentuate the oil. It also looks like it's a highlighter, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these just because I'm not going to use them personally. Really pretty, love the collection, but just not for me. Next, we do have my Benefit Hoola bronzer. They actually do keep sending this to me every so often in PR. It's a good bronzer. Like, it really is such a good bronzer for what it is. I love the way it smells. This is like a classic bronzer that's been around for a long time. I do enjoy this. I just don't really ever reach for this. Like, if I'm going to be really honest, I just don't ever really reach for this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Next, I have two Sigma bronzers. I have a medium shade and a light shade. So this is going to be the medium shade. This doesn't really look like it's medium to me, honestly. Okay. Okay. Well, that's the medium shade. And then we also have the light shade. I've used the light, but not the medium. They're pretty, but I think I'm only going to keep one, and I think the one that I'm going to keep is just going to be the light shade. I don't really think I need the medium shade, so we're going to go ahead and keep this because I haven't played with this enough to really test out the quality of it. So I'm going to keep it to keep trying it out, and then like if 6 months from now I don't use it, we will declutter. But I'm going to go ahead and pass along the medium shade. Next, we do have my beloved Marc Jacobs. This is the Omega bronzer. As you guys can see, I really am obsessed with this bronzer. It has been my favorite for years. Unfortunately, they did discontinue their makeup section and like the Marc Jacobs line. They got rid of Marc Jacobs Beauty, but then now they just brought it back. They recently just brought it back, but they haven't brought back this yet. And I still really love this, even though this is literally like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. It still smells, well, okay, well, the smell is gone. The smell is gone, but I still like do reach for this. So I don't know if I'm ready to part with this yet. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think I actually do have 2 more backups of this because I found them at TJ Maxx. So I'm going to put this aside. We're going to put this aside. I will come back to this in a little bit. Next, I do have the Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is going to be their bronzer. This is supposed to smell like coffee, and it still does, like a toffee nut scent. I still really enjoy this bronzer. I don't know if I'm ready to fully get rid of Jaclyn Cosmetics products yet, just because I know the brand has been discontinued, but I literally have my whole desk dedicated to, I did literally have a portion of my desk dedicated to Jaclyn Cosmetics. I am definitely going to be adding this into my Declutter series, where we're going to go through like my everyday makeup drawer, my skincare drawer, and all of my extra makeup. That's going to be a whole big video on its own, because that video I'll probably be doing a lot of giveaways. But I think I'm going to keep this for now. I don't know if I'm ready to part with this. I still do use it, not nearly as much, but I think I'm going to keep. The Essence, this is the Sun Club Matte Bronzer. This is actually a really good bronzer. For it being a drugstore bronzer, it's actually really good. I usually don't like a lot of Essence products, but surprisingly enough, I do like this one, but I don't reach for it nearly as often as I once did. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this one. Up next, we do have my Milani bronzer. This is going to be the Sunlight Silky Matte Bronzer. I have the shade called 01, and I really do enjoy this bronzer. I think it's another fantastic drugstore bronzer. I think for me, I still do reach for this one, not as nearly as much, but I still do reach for this one. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this just because I still do enjoy this. Up next, we do have my NARS. This is the Laguna bronzer. I have the shade called 01. This smells fan-freaking-tastic. This is a cream bronzer. I do enjoy this bronzer. It blends really beautifully onto the skin. It just kind of melts into the skin. I still do reach for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Now, this is my Gucci bronzer. This is my summer shade. Honestly, I don't know why I still have this. I think because it's like says Gucci, so I still have it even though it's dirty. This is my summer bronzer because it's a little bit too deep. I do have the shade 02. It's a little bit on the deeper side, but this is like literally perfect for the summer season. It's a beautiful, beautiful bronzer, and I think it's the most expensive bronzer that I own because I don't really like buy Gucci stuff for myself. My beautiful friend Ashley sent this to me, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This is Soul Body bronzer. This is, again, another gorgeous, gorgeous formula. I love the way that this just literally melts onto the skin. It has a wonderful smell. You could use this for the face and body. I still do reach for this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Then we do have the Milani. This is the Cream to Face bronzer. Honestly, I did like this. But I'm not gonna lie, I generally just don't reach for it. I just, for some reason, don't reach for it. I keep forgetting that I even have it to begin with. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this. If you guys don't know, this is my absolute favorite bronzer in the entire world. This has definitely surpassed my Marc Jacob one because I feel like this was the perfect dupe. Like, I feel like this became the perfect dupe to the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer. This smells incredible. This smells exactly how the Marc Jacobs used to smell. It's a fantastic formula. As you guys can see, I have hit pan. And I don't ever really hit pan on bronzers, but this one I absolutely did. I went ahead and I bought a backup during the Sephora sale because I absolutely fell in love with this. So we were absolutely keeping this. And I think if I keep this, I think I'll finally declutter the Marc Jacobs. Oh, it's so sad to say that, but I think maybe she needs to go. Up next, we do have the Rare Beauty Bronzing Stick. I absolutely still love this bronzing stick. It's amazing. It's amazing. So we are definitely keeping her. Once I finish it out though, I might not repurchase another one just because I do have so many, but this is really beautiful. I'm going to keep. We have the Physician formula. This is the Butter Glow Contour one. They sent this to me again. I do like it. It's really not a bad bronzer. I think Physician formula makes some really, really good bronzers. Their bronzers always tend to smell amazing, but honestly, I really don't reach for this wand whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Up next, we do have my LYS Bronzing Stick. I fell in love with this after retrying again. As you guys can see, she's a little messy. She's a little dirty, but she is beautiful. The way that this literally just blends and melts into the skin, y'all, I literally am so obsessed with this. This is another one of my favorite bronzers, so we're definitely keeping. Up next, we do have the Too Faced. This is the sculpting stick that smells like Tootsie Rolls. Y'all, this is my favorite. This is my favorite contour stick. Or it's like a bronzing stick. I consider it like a bronzer, but it's supposed to be contour and bronzer. The way that it just melts into the skin, it is absolutely fantastic. It smells like a freaking Tootsie Roll, but it just melts and blends so seamlessly. It works with every single foundation, every single like setting powder. It has worked so beautifully with. I'm absolutely keeping and repurchasing. This is another bronzer that took me by surprise. This is the Morphe Hot Shot Sun Drops. This literally just melts, like literally just melts into the skin. It is such a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I actually ranked this pretty high. My top 3 makeup products I tried so far this year, and this got ranked in there because this is a beautiful bronzer that literally just melts in the skin. I do have a YSL bronzer right here. This is another beautiful bronzer. This actually was gifted to me by my friend Cody. This is really beautiful. The way that just blends so seamlessly into the skin. It kind of gives you like an airbrush finish. I really do enjoy this. So I'm going to keep. We have the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the contour one. I actually don't reach for this anymore. I used to really enjoy this, but I just don't reach for it anymore. And it's actually kind of empty. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. The way that I was obsessed with this back in the day, this is the Essence Baby Got Bronze. This smells like watermelon. This was a really beautiful, beautiful contour stick. I think it retails for like, I don't know, $4, but I generally don't use this anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I decluttered this last summer. I decluttered this in the summer, but then I realized I didn't really use it enough. And I still just don't reach for this. This was actually a gift from Heather Austin. She said this is one of her favorite bronzers. And for me, I just generally don't really use these. And it's a little bit too off shade for me. So we're finally decluttering. Next, we do have my Say. This is the Dew bronzer. I actually really like this bronzer. It's not the easiest to work with, but I really do like this. It blends really, really nicely onto the face. I don't ever have any issues with blending with this. So we are going to go ahead and keep this one. Same thing with my Marc Jacobs. This is going to be the sculpting one. This one doesn't look the best, but this melts so seamlessly into the skin. I really do enjoy this bronzing serum. It's really nice. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to our blushes. Okay, so this is my blushes. The sad part about this is that this isn't even all my blushes. I actually have, if you guys actually go back and watch my primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder video, you guys will see that I have tons of boxes that are behind this camera that I have to go through. They are also filled with new beauty products. So I think what I will have to do is go through this and then in like a video where I do like my cleaning out my beauty room as a whole, we'll go through that as well. And then I will have to do another video where I'm doing like a reorganizing my beauty room because I really want to reorganize everything. But I'm just going to kind of declutter what we have in the physical collection before we go through that stuff. So this is going to change. Like this is going to change. The setup is going to change because I just have more blushes that are physically not in this pile. They're in makeup that needs to be sorted into a donation, a giveaway, and a keep pile. So we have to do that at another time. But we're going to start off with these right here. So up first, this could be a highlighter too, because they're kind of all mixed together at this point because my drawer is so full. So not everything's going to be in the right order. But this right here is going to be a blush from Odin's Eye. I actually recently just got this in PR. I thought this was a really, really pretty blush. So I'm going to keep this because I'm still playing around with this. It's like a really pretty corally shade. So we are going to go ahead and keep this. Next, we're going to go into Kaja. This is going to be like a blush stick. It's a really cool concept because you just take it and then like you just pop it open like so. Okay, and then you can like swipe it on your cheek. Now I have never played with this shade and I know myself, I'm not going to. So I'm going to go ahead and just seal this back up. I don't want to swatch it for the mere fact that I want to be able to pass this along and not have it be used. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. Up next, I do have my Charlotte Tilbury. This is going to be the blush one. I have a shade right here called Pink Pop. Not going to lie, I don't really use this anymore. And not to mention, it dries so quickly. And it's a really pretty color. Like, it's a really pretty color, but I don't like components like this. Because, like, look at that. Like, look at that. That's already, like, just coming out of the product. I don't like that. That's not something that I'm a big fan of. I hate products like this just because it gets so messy. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. It's a really pretty shade, but it's also super messy. So we're going to go ahead and declutter. Up next, I have another Kaja stick. These are, again, really pretty. I did not swatch this one either. It's just in my collection. I think that there's like 2 or 3 that I did swatch, but again, I haven't really used these. So I don't want to swatch this just for the mere fact I don't want to take away from somebody else. So we're going to go ahead and seal this back up and we are going to pass this along. Alrighty, so up next we do have a Lunar Beauty blush. This is going to be in the shade called Rose Rena. I think this is actually one of the shades I really, really like. We're going to go ahead and keep this shade because I do kind of like mix and match my shades from Lunar Beauty, and I think this is a really pretty shade. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I got this in like a Sephora favorites kit. This is the Say do blush, and it's in the shade called Baby, and it's supposed to be like a really pretty pink shade. I'm still playing around with this. I just recently opened this up, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this just to keep trying it out to see if I like it. We do have a Rare Beauty blush, and this is giving me the shade called Love. Now, some of my Rare Beauty blushes I did not buy. My beautiful friend Betty Jean did give them to me. Oh my God, that just poured everywhere. Are you joking me right now? Oh my God, did you guys see that on camera? Okay, so that's the shade right here called Love. Oh my God, y'all, it poured in my drawer. Oh my gosh. Let me show you. Oh my God, it poured in there. No. Oh my gosh, what happened? Also, don't mind how dirty it is. It needs to get cleaned, but oh my gosh. So I don't think it's supposed to pour out like that. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's supposed to pour like that. So I think we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I don't think it's probably good, but that's the shade right there called Love. And that is very interesting that I did that. That's kind of sad too, because like it's in my drawer. I'm gonna have to find a way to like get this cleaned up. Looks like a bloody mess. Okay, anyway, up next we do have the LYS stick right here. This is gonna be in the shade called Curvy. That's it right there. Do you see how it has like a nice little sheen to it? I am not the biggest fan of like highlighting style blushes. It's just really not for me because I am already super oily. So I am actually going to sadly declutter this because it's just something that is just not gonna work for me. Next I do have my e.l.f. liquid blushes. We have the first shade. This is also runny. Are these supposed to be runny? It's gonna be in the shade right here called Peach Perfect. It's a little bit too pale for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. But then I do have this shade, Dusty Rose. I use Dusty Rose a lot more than I use this shade, so we're gonna go ahead and keep the Dusty Rose, but we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one right here. All right, next we do have my Milk Makeup. These are the Cooling Water Jelly Tints. I really do love these, so we are gonna go ahead and keep these ones. We're gonna keep these ones. So I have the shade right here called Spritz or Fizz. Fizz we're gonna keep. We have a shade called Splash I'm gonna keep. Really do enjoy these. This is a really pretty one. This is gonna be the shade called Spritz. I really do enjoy this one. We have a shade called Chill. And then we have the shade called Burst. I really do like these little jelly tints, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep all of them. Okay, so up next I do my Huda Beauty blush. This is gonna be a shade called Cotton Candy. This is actually a really pretty blush. The only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is just the applicator itself, but it smells incredible. It goes on like really light and peachy. I really enjoy this shade, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. Okay, so now I'm kind of worried about these ones because they have also been sitting here for a minute, so now I'm kind of worried. But the first shade we have is gonna be called Encourage. So I'm gonna swatch this. I hope it doesn't pour out. Oh, it looks very liquidy. Oh, I'm kind of nervous. Okay. Okay, so there's Encourage. We have the shade called Bliss. We have the shade right here called Worth. Now, one of my favorite ones is the shade called Hope. Then we have the shade called Hope. So I think out of all of them, I think the only one I'm going to keep is Hope because this is the one that I realistically would wear the most. The rest, maybe not so much. So I'm going to go ahead and keep Hope. So we'll keep Hope right here. But I am going to go ahead and declutter these three right here. All right, moving on to this drawer. So I really do love these blushes. These are from Mora Cosmetics, and I just feel like they are so aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I mean, like, look at how gorgeous this is. It's so beautiful. I have every single shade. I actually have played with these. The formula here is actually really incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and keep all of these. I just want to show them to you because they are absolutely beautiful. And I feel like they deserve to have their moment in the spotlight. Just like, look at how gorgeous that is. It's so beautiful. I mean, like, it is so freaking gorgeous. I love it. This one is like one of my favorite ones, especially for the summertime. It's so freaking beautiful. This one right here, this is in the shade 06 Mellow Pink. This is the more realistic, like, everyday one. Again, just so beautiful. I'm in love. Okay, so up next we have Odin Cosmetics. So this is going to be the Peachy Glam. I still really do enjoy these ones right here. This has like the only blush formula I will like. I mean, this is my only like glittery blush I do like because it does have like really, really like does have a like glitter reflect to it, but for some reason it just looks really pretty on top of a bronzer. I don't do too much to it, but I really do enjoy this. That's why I still have in my collection. So we're gonna keep. This is another orange blush. I don't really have that many orange blushes, so we're gonna go ahead and keep. This one I will go ahead and declutter. It's really beautiful, like it's super beautiful, but I'm not that big a fan of this one versus like this one. This one I'm a little bit more fan of than this one. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this. Alrighty, up next, what do we have? This is from Blend Bunny X Ellis. This is supposed to be like a blush topper. And it's supposed to go on like really light. You're supposed to put this on top of your blush to give like a really pretty like sheen to it. So it has like a nice little like light reflecting to it. It's really beautiful, but I won't ever really use this as a blush. So I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter this one. Alrighty, up next I do my Patrick Ta. These are going to be my blushes. This is in the shade called She's Passionate. This is still one of my favorite blushes in the world. I still use this, even though they no longer make this. It's still such a gorgeous shade. So I'm going to go ahead and keep. Just like I have the Duo, this is now what they switched it to, which is going to be a powder and a cream. Still really beautiful. I have the shade called She's the Moment. It's very similar in color to She's Passionate, so I'm going to go ahead and keep. I do have the Rare Beauty blushes. Now these are supposed to be, like, again, like a blush lighter. So I got these because I had like FOMO of missing out. So this right here, this is in the shade called Sheer. It is really pretty, but do you see how it has a glow to it? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Same thing with this one. Now this was Selena's favorite shade. And this one's called Hope, or Cheer is her favorite shade. Then we have the shade called Hope. This is another like glowy blush. Like it's super glowy. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Alrighty, I have two more of the Kaja ones. This one I actually did swatch. It is really pretty because it's like a peachy shade. This is how it looks. This is in the shade called Peach Cobbler. I love peach blushes, but honestly, I don't really use a product like this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Then I have another shade. I think this is another one I did use. This is going to be in the shade called Grapefruit. It's in the grapefruit shade. This is another gorgeous one that I did use, but again, I don't use it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Up next, we have Who's That Pokemon? This is my ColourPop X Pokemon collection. And honestly, I think this is adorable. Even though I don't really use them that much, I'm going to keep them for now. I think eventually they will move from my collection to like a shadow box because I love collecting stuff like this. This is stuff that I generally love to just... I love collecting stuff like this because it's more like a keepsake for me. They are really, really pretty like cream blushes. So we are absolutely going to be keeping these ones. I mean, look at this. Pika P. This should have been a yellow blush. Honestly, they missed out. And then lastly, for this little section, I do have my Beauty and the Beast. I did get rid of my other one because the other one was like too much of a bronzer. This is really pretty. This is more like a pale, like dusty rose. And honestly, while I do think it's a really pretty blush, I think it's a really pretty blush. You can barely see it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter this. Okay, so up next, I do have my IT Cosmetics. These are the sun blushes. I recently got them. I have two shades. I have the shade called Sun Blossom 20. This is a really pretty blush. I actually really do enjoy this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. It just like melts into the skin. It's so gorgeous. So we're going to keep this one. And I do have the other one right here as well. And this is going to be in the shade called Sunlit 10. This is another just like really gorgeous peachy shade, really pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and keep. Then I do have my Kaleidos blushes. I actually just got a whole PR box from them. If you guys did not see, I'll link my PR unboxing down below. This is a beautiful blush. I have more of these that I have not played with, but I just got this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. We have another one of the Odin's collection. Since I'm still playing with these ones, I am going to, you know what? We're gonna declutter her. She won't get used, honestly. Well, she's more like a highlighter. I think she's more of a highlighter. It's a glow powder. We're going to let her go. That's a highlighter. We'll save that. Up next, I do have my Morphe. This is the Hot Shot Sun Drops. I freaking love this. This is so good. This is such a beautiful, beautiful blush. It just melts into the skin. It works with every single foundation I've ever put this on top of. It's a fantastic formula. Their Sun Drop collection that they rolled out with this past summer is probably one of the only collections I've actually think that Morphe came out with that I thought was really good. So we're keeping. We have another blush. We have another Cool Stick from Melt. This is in the shade called Flush. We're going to keep. I really enjoyed this product from Merit. This is going to be the Cheeky. She got a lot of love, but my only thing, while it's really pretty, I don't really use her anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. We have a Pixie On The Go blush stick. Honestly, I don't really use these blushes. This has never even been opened before. So I'm going to go ahead and just pass this along. All right, so we have some more Lunar Beauty blushes. This is going to be in the shade right here called Precious Pink. We are going to keep for now. We have another Luna Beauty blush. This is in the shade called Fuchsia we're going to keep. Mommy Mauve, I love this shade. We're going to go ahead and keep. Bloom Bella. Bloom Bella is actually one of my favorites. We're going to keep. Alrighty, up next we have another Odin's. Which one is this? Oh, this is a really pretty like dusty rose. Honestly, as gorgeous as this shade is, truly it is, I don't reach for her. So I'm gonna let her go. Oh yes, this one is gorgeous. This I actually use as a highlighter. I generally use this as a really pretty orange highlighter because that's exactly what it reminds me of. So we are absolutely keeping. But this one, for example, it's in a shade called Lilac Mist. I don't use her, so I'm going to go ahead and let her go. Alrighty, so up next we have this gorgeous palette from Florasis. This is going to be like a highlighter, a blush, and some setting powder. It's going to be like a powder, a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. These are really gorgeous. I recently just got these, and so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. My House Labs, if you guys watch my top 3 in every category, this I ranked so high because I absolutely love these. I have 2 of them. This one I paid for. This is in the shade Glassy Palemo. This is gonna be like a peach shade, and then they also sent me Glassy Hibiscus. Both are absolutely gorgeous, so we're definitely gonna keep these. Remember when this would not stay in stock? This is the one size Attention Seeker palette. This is going to come with a cream. A powder, and a highlighter. I'm going to go ahead and keep these. I really do love my one size products. I actually have 2 more of these palettes. I believe I have like the fuchsia one and a peach one, courtesy of my beautiful friend Cody J, who did pass them to me. So we're going to keep these. But they're just, again, in those boxes that I have to sort through. Okay, so up next, I do have my Ofra Cosmetics. I absolutely do love Ofra Cosmetics. This is going to be the Sun Dreams palette. This is really gorgeous, but I did mix it with the like clouds or the cotton candy skies. I really enjoyed these 2 palettes, but honestly, I don't really reach for them anymore. I used them a lot last summer, but since I don't really ever reach for them anymore, I'm going to go ahead and just declutter both just because I don't know. I love these, but I'm going to go ahead and pass them along. Oh, we do have my Glam Light. Now, Glam Light, I have the hardest time departing from. This is the little Garfield palette. I love this collection. I felt like Garfield collection was so underrated. Like nobody gave it the attention that deserved. I freaking loved it. It's one of my favorite palettes from Glamlight. I'm probably going to go ahead and keep this. Honestly, I'm not ready to part with anything from Glamlight. Maybe a few lip products, but if it's anything Glamlight, I'm just going to automatically keep because they're one of my absolute favorite brands. I love their packaging. I love everything they do. So we're going to go ahead and keep this one. We are going to go ahead and keep Miss Betty Boop. This is going to be a blush duo. Really, really pretty. Love the front, and so I'm gonna go ahead and keep. We do have this little Revlon cream blush right here. This actually goes on quite red, but it does blend out to be like a really pretty shade. The only reason I have is because they did gift it to me in PR, and then it did like this really weird, like unique TikTok challenge, but I'm not gonna use this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. We have another Merit Blush Moment Stick. Another Merit Stick. This again, really pretty shades, really pretty, but I just don't use them, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. I do have this blush right here from Physician Formula. This is called Diamond Filler. This, really pretty shade, like definitely my type of shade, but honestly, I don't really use this ever. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter. Oh, Miss Jacqueline. I did declutter some of these blushes last time, but I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this aside because I wanna put this along with my everyday makeup drawer because like I said, I am doing my declutters differently this year. Normally I just kind of stick to what's in these drawers and that's kind of it. But we're actually gonna go through my desk, which you guys never see. We're gonna go through the top section. I have so many different Jacqueline Cosmetics, Tati, Lunar Beauty, tons of skincare. Then we're gonna go through all the boxes that are filled with all new makeup that I have not tried, and we're gonna get rid of a lot of stuff. So I'm going to put this aside because I want to kind of compare it to other Jacqueline products that have not been opened in so long and see what I generally want to maybe put into a shadow box versus what I want to keep. So we're going to go ahead and set that aside. Up next, I do have the Lunar Eclipse palette. This is a collab with Ellis and Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is a really pretty palette. I really do enjoy this blush palette. There's also another one to go with it. This is the Solar Flare. Kind of mixing and matching the two together is really nice. I'm gonna declutter. We have this blush palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. These are all like highlighty blushes. They're super, super, super beautiful. Unearthly makes some really pretty products, but I just don't use blushes like this. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and declutter. I'm gonna keep the Blend Bunny Juicy palette because I love the unique shades in here because there's just some shades I just generally don't own. It's kind of nice to have this. So we're gonna go ahead and keep the Juicy Cheek palette. Oh, one of my favorite freaking blushes. I talk so much shit about this because it's freaking $40 for this little tiny blush. Like, ugh. Why is this so expensive for what it is? But I freaking love it. God damn it. I don't want to love it because she's starting to become quite empty and not really showing too much product. That means I have to go buy freaking another one, and I will because I just got it's so beautiful. I had to keep. This is the other hibiscus. This is the glassy hibiscus that I told you guys about with Lady Gaga. This is my favorite shade. So gorgeous. Definitely keeping. This Sigma cream blush, but honestly, I have never used this at all. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. This is actually a really pretty shade from Sigma. This is going to be in the shade called Sunset Kiss. I actually have not played with this. I do want to, so we're going to keep this. And then lastly in this drawer, we do have the Sweet Cheeks from NYX. This is a really beautiful blush. Honestly, kind of goes on kind of dark, but it blends out super, 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 super nicely. But I just don't use it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Okay, so those are highlighters. So now we're going to move on to the last section, and then I'll show you guys what I'm keeping versus what I'm not keeping, and then see if I can make room for the new products that still have to get put in here. Look how much product I actually have. I have a lot of freaking highlighters. Holy shit. Do we have a lot? Oh my God. Oh shit. Okay, so we obviously have a lot of highlighters and some blushes to go through. Apparently, this is my most coveted section, but to be fair, I actually really do love a lot of highlighter. Even though your girl is oily, like there's no tomorrow, I still love a good highlight. So we're going to go ahead and dive straight on into this. So we're going to start off with just whatever I grab first. So this is the newest collection from Inslee Rain, and this is what is this? A mirror. Well, would you look at that? Well, this doesn't belong there, so we are going to take that out. Fun times. Okay, so let's go and start with our declutters. So up first, we have an Odin Eye highlighter. I love Odin's highlighters, so honestly, I'm probably not going to get rid of any of them because they're so blinding and they're so beautiful, and I just feel like deserve to be kept because, like, oh my God, so stunning. So we're gonna keep. We have my Salt New York. This is my cream blushes and highlighters. This is really pretty. Like, it generally is really pretty, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't reach for this as much as I once did, and so while it's really unique, I really do enjoy this. I'm going to go ahead and just pass this along just because I'm going to go ahead and declutter this just because I really do enjoy the idea of it. I'm going to keep the magnetic portion of this because I love keeping magnetic. I can use this for like shadows and stuff, but I'm just going to go ahead and declutter these. These are cream products and eventually they are going to go bad. And since I don't really use them that often anymore, I'm just going to go ahead and declutter this. I love the owner though. I love the owner. They are absolutely fantastic, but I'm going to declutter the products inside, but I'm going to keep the component itself. I actually just got sent all the highlighters from Kaleidos. And I will get rid of the ones that I don't want. I will go ahead and pass along the ones I don't want and then pass along the ones I already do have. This is the shade right here called Ray Rider. This is such a gorgeous, Ray Rider. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter. We're absolutely going to be keeping this one from Kaleidos. We have another Odin's highlighter. I mean, like, look at this. This is so gorgeous. Oh, that is a must keep. We have a Singe Beauty blush. Told you they're kind of just like literally kind of thrown over the place. I'm going to keep all my Singe Beauty blushes because I absolutely do love them. So we're going to keep this one. So Charlotte Tilbury decided to bring back their Pillow Talk Glow Blush moment, okay? This went viral when it first came out. It was sold out. You could not find it anywhere. I was so excited when they brought it back. So I rebought another one. And when I bought it, it arrived. Everything was great. And then I went through my collection and, well, I pressed it back together and it happened again. Sadly, even though I tried to fix it, it just kept crumbling. Like, it just kept crumbling. And I think it has to do with the fact that this was pretty old. I'm not saying that it's old. I'm not saying it's like expired or anything like that, but this was pretty old. Like, it came out years ago. And then they re-brought it back, and legit, I used it one time and it just shattered. I tried to fix it, tried to put it back together, and it's just shattering. So sadly for me, this was a waste of like $60-something because we are decluttering. Now, if you guys don't know, Blend Bunny Cosmetics did have a highlighter palette called Noctilucent. She actually did discontinue this, which is really sad because this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter palette. Like, let me show you. Look at how gorgeous those shades are. Absolutely stunning and beautiful. But like I said, she did discontinue this highlighter palette, so I'm absolutely keeping. All right, so up next, I did get the Natasha Denona highlighter set right here. This is actually a really beautiful like highlighter set. These are the swatches. It's a really beautiful highlighter trio from Natasha Denona. I'm absolutely going to be keeping this. We have the Head in the Clouds mixed face palette from Ofra Cosmetics. It's a really pretty palette, but honestly, I don't really use this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. We have one of my favorite highlighters from the drugstore. This is the L'Oreal. This is the Infallible highlighter right here. Y'all, I'm not kidding when I say this is one of the prettiest freaking highlighters. Like, this is gorgeous. It's so worth the price point. I am in love with this so much, so we're definitely keeping. We have a blush bronzer. We have blush and bronzer face duo from Inslee Rain Cosmetics. It's a cute idea. These don't really work for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. We do have a Kosas blush. I love this Kosas blush so much. This is gonna be the shade called Bliss. We're gonna go ahead and keep this blush. Like I said, my blushes got kind of scattered. We're keeping. Up next, we do have Inslee Rain again. This is in the shade called Dreamless. This is going to be a highlighter. This is such a gorgeous like multi-chrome, duochrome highlighter. I'm obsessed with this, and I feel like camera can never do this justice. We are absolutely keeping this. All right, so we do have a blush again from Odin Eye. This is from Odin's Eye. This is a shade called Radiant Flame. This is a really pretty like deep like fuchsia style blush. Really pretty, but I'm not going to use this, so we're going to go ahead and declutter. We have a highlighter from ColourPop. This is going to be like the Frosty the Snowman collection. And this to me is such a gorgeous shade. So pretty. Definitely keeping this ColourPop one. We have another Singe Beauty blush right here. This is a really pretty blush. We're going to go ahead and keep. As well as these two shades right here. We're going to go ahead and keep these ones as well. We keep our friend collabs here. It's from Surratt. I got to kind of custom make my own. I don't really use this though. It's really pretty. It's like a highlighter, a blush, and like a black shadow. Really pretty, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. It's really pretty like highlighter palette from Donnie Darkowish collaboration with Blend Bunny. I really did enjoy this like highlighter palette. It's so gorgeous. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this one. We have this Solar Flare one from Kaleidos. This is like a yellow one. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this just because I rather have other shades like this in palettes versus this one. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this one. This by far is probably my favorite highlighter that Glamlight has ever rolled out with. This is the Chucky highlighter. First off, the packaging is absolutely fire. But the shade itself, it's so freaking gorgeous. Like, this is like my type of shade. Like, it is gorgeous. It's like a duochrome. It goes between like white to green and white, green, yellow. It's so pretty. It's one of my absolute favorite from them. I'm absolutely keeping. We have my Jaclyn highlighter. This is giving the shade called Brighten Up. This is like a brightening up powder. Honestly, I do not use this anymore. This is on the days that you want to have like a somewhat of a highlighty look without actually being highlighty. Honestly, I don't use this, and she's kind of empty. So y'all, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm getting rid of my first Jaclyn Cosmetics product. We're gonna let her go. We're gonna let her go. Oh, look at me growing up, y'all. All right, so up next I have this Coca-Cola collab with Glamlight. I think the packaging is super cute. Not my most favorite color of highlight because it does go between like a white, pink, purple. Not my most favorite, but I love the packaging, so we're absolutely keeping. All right, we have this Flutter blush from Inslee Rain. This is like a really pretty like orangey style blush. Since I don't really have a lot of blushes like this in my collection, we are going to go ahead and keep this one. We have another like gorgeous highlighter from Odin's. Again, this is stuff that I just love keeping. Really beautiful, so we're going to go ahead and keep. So clearly this is where that blush fell down on this. This is from ColourPop. This is the Wings Club. This is cute. Like, it's a cute highlighter. It's a cute like highlighter because it's like a jelly. It's like their Super Shock shadow, but it's like pinky. It's really, really pretty, but honestly, I just don't use this. So we're going to go ahead and declutter. Oh my God, I just smelled this, y'all. This smells like straight up bleach and chemicals. Oh my God, how did I never notice that before? That definitely decluttering. Flower blush from Inslee Rain, but this is like a purple-esque blush. I don't really use shades like this, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Another highlighter from Inslee Rain. This one is like money color. It's so pretty. I know it had like I had the Kaleidos one very similar, but this one's more sparkly and high shine. So we're going to go ahead and keep this one because this is probably more like an eyeshadow topper for me. This is the Resurgence collab between Heather Austin and Unearthly Cosmetics. I am definitely keeping this. Gotta support my beautiful friend. We're definitely keeping. It's a gorgeous highlighter. I love this whole collection. They absolutely killed it with this. All right, say what you want about Jeffree Star. I could give two freaking shits about the guy. However, he knew how to make makeup. Okay, so I bought these long ago. Honestly, even though like they are disgusting looking because, well, they are, I definitely got a lot of use out of mine back in the day. This is in the shade called Sour Ice or something like that. These were $50 for like the extreme frost, and honestly, you only needed one and done. Like once you had it, you didn't have to buy anything else. They're so beautiful. I still kind of use them for like inner corners, or if I just want to make an eyeshadow pop, I'll kind of pop this in. I freaking love these still. So I spent $50 per Extreme Frost. So we're keeping this one. This one is going to be the shade called Gag Me. So I don't care for him, but he did make some great makeup, so we're still going to keep. This one's not nearly as loved, but you know what? Let me swatch this. What shade is this called? I have no idea. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. So yeah, we are definitely still keeping these. Alrighty, moving on to this drawer. Up first, we do have my Florasis, or Flower Nose Beauty. This is going to be a cream blush. Ooh, she's really pretty. But I just don't use her, so I am going to declutter her. I have my Glam Light Ghost Face Highlighter. And honestly, again, Glam Light, I'm keeping all my Glam Light haunted horror stuff. I don't even know if this is really even showing up in camera. Maybe if I could do further away, you guys can see what it looks like. These are still super, super pretty. Not my favorite ones, but they're still really, really pretty highlighters, so we're definitely going to be keeping. This is the Glam Light Scooby-Doo. This is their first lenticular motion highlighter palette, and it's still so unbelievably gorgeous. Like, so pretty. It's such a beautiful shine. I still love these highlighters, so we're definitely going to be keeping. Plus, it's Scooby-Doo! Up next, we do the ColourPop. This is going to be the Beauty and the Beast highlighter. She's pretty, but I just, I don't use her. So we're going to go ahead and just declutter this one. And guess what, y'all? It doesn't have a chemical plastic smell, a chemical bleach smell. So we are good on that, but I'm still going to go ahead and declutter. Up next, we do Lunar Beauty. This is the Moon Shroom Highlighting Palette. I love Lunar Beauty. I'm going to go ahead and keep these, which speaking of which, he actually has a new collection that just dropped today. If you guys do want to check it out, you guys can use my code Allie, save you guys 10% off. But this is a really beautiful like highlighter palette. He always does such a good job, so we're going to go ahead and keep this. Okay, so this is the first time at Glam Light ever did like a component like this. This is their Frosted Flakes highlighter. Again, this is so freaking pretty, very unique. It's like their only like loose highlighter that they've ever done, but it's really pretty, very, very high shine. We're definitely gonna be keeping. We do have two Milk Makeup highlighters. Honestly, I don't even think I use these. They're really pretty, but I never use them. Because I got restocks of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass these along so somebody else can get a better use out of them than me. We have the Glam Light Hershey's Cookies and Creams highlighter palette. Again, very, very, very gorgeous formula. I love like the golden bronzy look. These are great for like eyeshadow toppers as well, so we're definitely gonna keep. We have the Michaela collab with Glam Light Part 2 highlighter palette. Mine is breaking. I don't know why, but mine is sadly breaking. But these are still really gorgeous. Mine is sadly just like breaking, and I don't really know why. But mine is sadly breaking. Highlights are still really pretty. I'm going to keep for now, but I might end up decluttering the next time, depending. Next, I do have my Jaclyn Cosmetics. These are going to be like the liquid highlighters. Y'all, I don't ever really use a liquid highlighter. These are pretty, but I don't use liquid highlighter. So y'all, I'm going to do it. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and declutter these. I did have this palette from Fantasy Cosmetica, but this shade actually came in shattered, and I did have to press it back together. It's a really beautiful highlighter palette, but honestly, I don't really use it, so we're going to go ahead and declutter. The Rick and Morty palette. These are really beautiful palettes from Glam Light. I really do love these highlighters. They definitely stepped up their highlighting game, though, because their highlighters are a different formula now. These are really pretty. I'm going to keep. But they definitely stepped up their highlighter game. We have a blush from Lunar Beauty, really pretty orange blush for keeping. We have a blush tint and a highlighter from Benefit, but I got this and I used it for like TikTok and stuff like that. Really cool concept, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both. We're gonna move through these ones kind of quickly. We have a highlighter from Sigma. This is a pretty highlighter, but honestly, I just don't really use this shade because it's a little bit too deep for me, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter. We have a highlighter from Ofra Cosmetics. This is in shade called The Hills. Really, really beautiful shade. But again, I just don't really use these ones anymore because I like other formulas just a little bit better. So while these are really gorgeous, I'm going to go ahead and declutter. We have one called Out of This World. This is supposed to be like a green style highlighter. It's really pretty, but I don't use this. So we're going to go ahead and declutter. We have one called All the Lights. This is a really beautiful highlighter. I got to kind of use this on my own. I got to do my first collab with them. It's really pretty, but again, I just don't really use these, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I have Glazed Donut. While Glazed Donut is absolutely beautiful, very beautiful, I just like different formula now, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This was my favorite highlighter for a long time from Ofra. This is called Milk and Cookies. This is a beautiful, beautiful highlight, but I just don't use it anymore. So again, we're going to declutter. All right, so next we have the Amarizi highlight right here. This is still a classic. It still works beautifully. I still love this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep. We have the Fenty Beauty. This is the Diamond Bomb in the shade called How Many Carats. This is really pretty. I forgot how I got this, but honestly, I just don't ever use this anymore. It's so like clear with just sparkle. I don't use it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Cookie highlighter right here. This is still a really pretty highlighter from Benefit. I still really enjoy this one, so we're going to go ahead and keep. So we have some highlighters from Art2 Cosmetics. I absolutely love these. This right here, this is going to be in the shade called Transition. This is probably one of my favorite shades that they have rolled out with. This is so gorgeous. It's a beautiful like multi-chrome, and the camera never does it justice. We're going to keep this. Called Flotation. This is going to be like a blue style highlighter. I forgot this one came in crushed. No. Look at that. It's so high shine and beautiful. We're still going to keep, but I forgot this one came in crushed. This one's going to be in the shade called Cohesion. And then we have Dimension. So these are all 4 highlighters from Art2 Cosmetics. I absolutely do love them. We're going to go ahead and keep. I have these beautiful highlighters from Flower Knows Beauty. I love these so much. We're absolutely going to be keeping this one. Like, just look at the details of these. These are gorgeous. Definitely going to be keeping. Come on. So beautiful. Do this highlight from Michaela and P. Louise. It's like a blue style highlight. It's pretty, but I am going to go ahead and declutter. We're on to our last and final drawer, guys. Oh my goodness. So up first, we do have my Rare Beauty. This is going to be in the shade called Exhilarate. Absolutely keeping this. I freaking love this highlighter. It's so gorgeous. So we're keeping. We have my famous iconic London. This is my absolute favorite highlighter of all time. This is the Lit and Luminous Lit from Within like highlighter. This is so gorgeous. I freaking love this, and I recommend it nonstop all year. Definitely keeping. Oh my god, the blush got there too. Oh god, okay. Anyway, so we have my Pack Tall. These are going to be like the little highlighters that I bought. These are supposed to be like, I don't remember what these were, like a wet to cream. So you have like a cream highlighter. And then you have like the powder highlighter. And they're supposed to just give you like a nice like wet cream look. Honestly, I bought these. These were a waste of money. I don't care for them. I should have returned them. So I'm decluttering. And I'm decluttering. These are just a waste. So declutter. Another gorgeous highlighter from Odin's Eye. So we're going to go ahead and keep. We have a Say highlighter. Where the hell did I get this from? Sunglow. Oh my gosh, I didn't buy this. It must have come in like a pack. Oh. Whoa. Oh. No. This is a no. Declutter. Okay, next we do have a blush stick from Surratt. This is a cool, unique thing. I haven't really figured out truly how to work this. Plus I keep twisting up and the product's supposed to like come out, but I struggled with this, so I'm just gonna declutter. We have Lethal collaboration with Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is the White Lotus highlighter, and this is a really pretty highlight. Love like the multi-dimension, so definitely keeping. Another gorgeous highlighter from Odin's, so we are definitely gonna be keeping this one. I will definitely be keeping this one as well. These ones I'm going to keep because these ones are like just unique highlighters that I just don't necessarily have in my collection fully. So we're definitely going to be keeping these. So look at how pretty. So freaking pretty. This highlighter from Makeup Revolution. It's really pretty, but honestly, I don't use it. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Our Beauty highlighter stick. Really pretty, but I don't use products like this. So we're decluttering. Pretty highlighter from Kaleidos. This is going to be in the shade called Prophecy. Really pretty. Definitely going to be keeping this. Love shades like this. So gorgeous. We have this really pretty highlighter from What's Up Beauty. Love how gorgeous this is. I'm going to go ahead and keep. Same thing with this one. It's a different shade. we're gonna go ahead and keep. We have my Dior Backstage Glow. I freaking love this highlighter so much. We're absolutely keeping this one. And then last one we have is the Michaela one. This is a really pretty, like, just like icy white highlighter, but I am going to go ahead and declutter. Okay, guys, so now that we've kind of gone through my entire drawer, we're going to go ahead and clean out everything, and then I'm going to put it all away. I'm going to come back and show you guys what I kept versus what I decluttered. I'll let you guys know the number. I think I definitely kept more highlighters than I did, you know, declutter, but it's because I love highlighters so much. And then, like I said, in another separate video, we'll eventually go through my entire makeup collection as a whole, add more stuff to this collection, as well as take stuff away as well and just give back and whatnot. So I will be right on back. Okay, so this is how my drawer looked like before. And this is how my drawer looks like now. So much better. However, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it, but we're gonna figure out how to get this organized. So I switched things up because I don't have enough of like the clear containers. Actually, I think I'll get those at Target, but we're kind of switching things up for right now. So I kind of just put like all my blushes on this side, and then like I have my face palettes, essentially highlighters, and then my bronzers are going to be all over there. I like to go kind of in order with bronzers, blushes, and highlighters, but that's just not how it's organized at this moment. So I will kind of have to reorganize this as soon as we start to do my deep clutter of my whole collection and I start to reorganize everything. That's when I'll reorganize this drawer. But for now, this is how we're going to leave it. So here is the blush section. I kind of just like, you know, kept my cream blushes on one side. Then we're going to have like my face palettes, and then we have highlighters just because it's going to be right there. We have all my powder blushes, and then we're moving into my powder highlighters and then my bronzers. So when it came to bronzers, I kept 12 bronzers and then I decluttered 12 bronzers. So in total I had 24. I thought I did a really even like declutter, kept 12, decluttered 12. I even got rid of my Marc Jacobs. Y'all, I got rid of my Marc Jacobs. Be proud of me. I did it. For blushes, I kept 53 blushes, but I decluttered 35. So not exactly where I want it to be, but you know what? It's because I'm still kind of going through some of these. Some of these are new, some of these are not. So that's why I'm still kind of like working through my collection. And then for highlighters, I kept 44 highlighters, but I decluttered 30 highlighters. So I still feel like a really like even balance for the most part. But overall, I think this drawer looks so much better than what I did before. Hey guys, and welcome back to another declutter episode. So instead of hitting up my like lip products and like my single shadows and eyeshadow palette collection, I'm going to do that next. I needed to go through my actual beauty room because I'm having a hard time even getting to my eyeshadow palette collection because of the excessive products that I have sitting in the way. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's my fragrance and some lip products, but these are all of my eyeshadow products, right? Then we're going to come down to right here. This is where I keep excessive products that I have to go through, whether it's what I paid for, what I got in PR. But we have so many products right here that I need to go through so I can clear this area up so I can do my eyeshadow palette declutter. Not to mention, we need to go through this drawer right here and clean out all the stuff that I'm not going to keep versus what I am going to keep because this thing is full. This is where I usually put a lot of my PR and what I'm doing giveaways with or what I'm keeping in this drawer right here. But as you guys can see, it's full. And not to mention, we have this big old side right here. Now, these boxes right here, those are actually full of books that I have already been donating to my local libraries, but I just haven't had a chance to get those over there. But these right here are all the makeup products that I recently got in PR or my shopping haul, and I'm going to go through each box. I'm going to decide what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to donate, and what I'm going to give away because realistically, I do not need this much makeup. I'm so tired of this being completely filled over here. I'm having a hard time getting to in my closet, getting anywhere. So we're going to go ahead and set the camera up. We're going to start this declutter, go from there. But we're going to tackle this drawer right down here, followed by this whole pile right there. All right, so we're gonna start off on this side right here. As you guys can see, I'm not kidding when I say this is all so full. Now these are like my 2 Glam Light boxes. These are what I paid for. It has my Glam Light goodies in there. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the boxes or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sort everything out on the floor so I can kind of go through and decide what I want to keep, what I don't. But as you guys can see, these things are like, they're packed full, like packed full of makeup product. And while I'm so beyond grateful, at the end of the day, I don't need this much stuff because realistically, I'll never go through it all. So let me go ahead and get you guys set up.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again.
Okay, so I am in the middle of splitting off some piles. Let me show you what I have so far. Okay, so this is the keep pile so far. You know, it looks like it's a lot, but trust me, it's not compared to my giveaway pile. I'm going to be building these all into massive boxes. I'm giving all of that away. I'll have everything laid out when I'm done, but I'm still in the process of going through it. And then this right here is just, I still have to go through it. Some of those are blushes that I lightly swatched, so that's why they're there. But the rest I got to figure out what I want to keep and don't. But we still have to go ahead and like lay this out so I can take a picture and show you guys and go through this big old bag right here. So let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so we're done with this section right over here. So that's just my 2 Glamlight boxes, and that just has my Cleona that has to get put away, and the rest is actually empty boxes from Jacqueline Roxanne way back in the day. Then I just have some books. So that's all done makeup wise. Now, this is what I'm giving away. this is what I'm keeping, but again, I'm going to go through stuff. A lot of this stuff has to get reorganized, and I'm still going to go through here to see if I'm really going to end up ultimately keeping everything. I just kind of put what I was interested in this pile, but this is for sure what I'm giving away now. We are going to go through here, and I'm going to pull aside everything that I am keeping versus what I'm giving away as well. Some of these are my palettes because I have been in the middle doing like my Christmas drinking palettes, my Halloween inspired palettes. So some of these are gonna be laying in here, but I'm not actually giving them away. They just happen to be in here. And then we'll finish up by doing this before I show you guys what it looked like before versus after and what I'm actually fully giving away. Okay, so this is what I'm keeping. This is what I'm giving away. And now we have this drawer to go through. So let's get it started. Okay, guys, so now that I've sorted out everything that I'm going to keep versus declutter, I'm still going to have to go through some of the keep pile because it's pretty much over there and like in this bag behind me. I'm going to have to still kind of sort through all that. I at least want to get everything that I'm going to be giving away into boxes. So let me show you guys what I'm going to be giving away, and hopefully you can make a decent amount of boxes out of this. Let me go ahead and show you guys. All right, so we're starting off here. I'm not going to bother going over everything. I'm just going to literally show you guys what I'm working with. I did get a decent amount of Kaleidos and PR, and as grateful as I am, I don't need to keep all the blushes or the lip products just because I know myself. There's no point for me to try it and then not really use it. I kept a shade or two that I thought would be really pretty for me, and the rest are going to be like eyeliners that I just don't use and like some really pretty lip colors, but they're not going to be the formula I like. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I already have the highlighters. I kept the blushes that I wanted. And then we have some Floraces and Flower Nose Beauty over there. They did send me quite a few extras, so I already currently own half those products over there, so I'm definitely going to be excited to give those back. We have some Oprah products, some Tarte products. We have some Rare Beauty eyeshadow stick. We have some eyeliners, and we have some lip products. along with quite a few Milk makeup products. We have my favorite fall palettes right in here. Some more goodies. Well, a lot of Sigma lip kits, a lot of Sigma products. I have a lot of like lip glosses, lip lips. I have lip liners. I have some Maybelline lip liners, some Maybelline lifters, some lip mask. We have some Pixie. We have Alter Ego. Some more Milk makeup products, some skincare, some Ofra. Then over here we have some more skincare, hair care. We have quite a few one size, quite a few ColourPop products in here. We have some Ciroc Beauty in here, Benefit in here, Danessa Myricks, some lashes. We have some nail products. We have some palettes. We have Urban Decay. We have a YSL Prison Libre perfume, some IT Cosmetics, some more Ciroc. We have some Sigma brushes, more ColourPop blushes, and some Urban Decay and some YSL. So this is everything that I have so far that I'm gonna be putting into boxes to give away to you guys. This is so much. This is probably my biggest giveaway I've ever done, but I'm gonna try to curate this into like at least 3 to 4, possibly 5 boxes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my camera up. That way I can get these products out of the way so that I could finish with what we have over here. These are all my eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna go ahead and leave them out because I'm about to do my entire eyeshadow palette clutter and review. I'm gonna go ahead and leave those out because I'm about to do my entire eyeshadow palette collection and declutter. So there's no point in me putting them away. I'm just gonna kind of like leave them out or put them right down there for me to touch. But then I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what to do with the rest of that stuff and figure out the rest to do with this stuff. I still, honest to God, may add some of this stuff to this stuff. We're gonna see. But let me go ahead and set the camera up so I can go ahead and start building some boxes and giving back to you guys. Okay, like so many hours later, I don't know, I did stop to eat something. I stopped to walk my dogs, feed my dogs, relax for a couple minutes because this is exhausting because this is so much shit that I had. But let me show you guys what I officially have now. Do you guys remember the side look like before? And this is after. So right here, I was able to curate 6 boxes to give back to you guys. They are filled to the brim. All I have to do is put in a little safe topper, put in a personalized note, but everything is completely filled to the brim. And then I just have my 2 like my boxes. I just put that there for right now, and just some books and my Jacqueline boxes that are empty but I still have. And then these books are books that have to be donated. And we're gonna come over here. Do you remember how this side looked like before and after? This is how it's looking right now, looking so much better. I could actually walk to my section now. Granted, this needs to be worked on, but I could finally walk to my section. I don't have anything cluttering the floor, which is really, really, really nice. All I have now in these bins, these are just fragrances, like little sample fragrances I just kind of want to go through. That's all that is. The rest is completely empty. I do have my Willy Wonka box right here, and then I have a unearthly palette that I have to play with. And then yeah, this is officially empty over here. And I'm also really happy to show you guys, remember how this drawer looked like before? This is what it looks like now. Now she does look a little filled, but let me tell you my thought process. So some of this stuff is my backup and extras, and others are actually for future testing. So like I gotta find a place for my Glamlite lip kits. I have my setting sprays. I actually went ahead and decluttered almost every single setting spray minus a few. Here are some backups of my Kaya and Koa lip gloss and liquid lip, along with some Lawless lipsticks right here. Then we just have some backups of some of my favorite products right here that I'm definitely gonna be going through next year. So I'm really excited. And then down over here are just all the new products that I still have not tried yet. So these are all new products that I need to try for myself that I have in this drawer right here. So definitely still a little cluttered, but looks so much better than before because now I have it organized where I have my products I need to test along with some backups. And I'll also be using this drawer as like a giveaway drawer. Like, you know what, I'm not going to use this. Let me go ahead and give that away. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what this drawer is going to be for. So it's going to be for trying out new makeup, some backups, and giveaway drawer. So now all that's left to tackle is this drawer right here. Like I said, there really isn't too much to do to it. I have my entire lipstick collection that I have to deal with along my fragrances. All right, so we're into our last and final declutter. So for today's declutter, I will be decluttering my entire mascara, liner, single shadow drawer, plus my entire lipstick collection that you see hidden behind my perfume collection and right here as well. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, so this is my entire eyebrow, mascara, single shadow, eyeliner drawer. Now I'm going to be very honest with you guys. There really isn't too much in this drawer that I'm going to declutter because I really still enjoy a lot of these. I'm just going to pull out a few things that I think definitely need to go. But the primary focus of this part of the declutter is honestly going to be my lip collection because I am ready to say goodbye to so many different lip products. So we're going to kind of just quickly go through this right here before we move on to my lip collection. So let's start off with my brow drawer. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there's really nothing too much in here that I'm going to declutter per se. If anything, I'm just going to like reorganize it.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out.
So right here, I just reorganized this. I did pull out 2 of the Merit Beauty brow gels just because in reality, I'm not going to use these ones anymore. My Benefit Precise, my brow detailer is completely empty. And then we do have this ABH brow wax right here that I just generally do not really like at all. So I'm going to go ahead and just declutter that. So that kind of completes our brow section. Here's just a little bit backup. Then we're going to quickly just go through mascaras.
Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line.
Okay guys, so when it comes to mascaras, I really did not declutter much. Like I said, there really wasn't too much of this drawer that I was going to do. But I did declutter these 3 right here. We have my Tarte 2 Wing Mascara. I just don't like how wet it is. The essence is dried out. And then the YSL right here. This wand is just too chunky for my personal taste. I don't like really chunky wands like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and declutter these ones and then keep what I still do use. And then I also got rid of my Benefit Roller Lash only because this thing is like legit bare bones at this point. Like there's literally nothing left to it. It is one of my favorite mascaras, but I think I need to let this empty one go and replace it with a brand new one. So that's what I'm getting rid of there. And then we do have my eyeliner drawer. I'm just going to quickly reorganize it. I'm not getting rid of any eyeliners in this one. Okay, so my eyeliners are organized. Now back there is just my Makeup Murderer like loose pigments, but I'm not getting rid of any of those. I'm not getting rid of the ColourPop Pokemon, but I will pass along. It's actually these Jelly Much eyeshadows right here. These have never even been used or opened. I'm going to go ahead and pass these along just because I really don't get a use out of these. None of these have been opened at all. So I'm going to go ahead and just pass these along to a better home. Okay, so these are all those down there are my Nakia Joy Cosmetics loose pigments. Again, I'm not getting rid of any of those. I'm going to go ahead and keep them, but I'm going to go through here. I don't know what I will or will not keep. I guess we're going to kind of decide that together if I'm going to keep any stuff. Let's find out. These are 2 of the Dose of Color eyeshadow sticks. I absolutely loved these. These went viral all over TikTok and for good reason because they are so good. They're so like wet and creamy on the lid. I think they're absolutely pretty. I'm absolutely going to be keeping both of these. I have my two Patrick Ta. These are the eyeshadow duo toppers. Now I did get these during the Sephora sale. They're freaking $40, but luckily I got them 20% off. I'm gonna go ahead and keep both of these as well. These are going to be my eyeshadow toppers from Too Faced. These are the Disco Crush. I love the shade right here called Magic Sprinkles. It's one of my favorite ones from the brand. It's so good. I'm going to keep that one. And this one right here, this one keeps breaking. No matter how much I push it back together, it just keeps breaking. But again, it's a really pretty eyeshadow topper as well. I'll keep both of them for now for sure. Art2 Cosmetics, this is a makeup mixer. This is what you can use to make these loose pigments more chrome-like and more like shimmer-like. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. We have the e.l.f. shimmer topper right here. This is pretty, but honestly, I'm not gonna use this. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. We do the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows, but this is the Naruto collection. So I'm not gonna lie, I am not the biggest Naruto fan. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter these three right here. We have these pretty single shadows. These are from Cliona. I will keep my Cliona ones. These are so gorgeous. So freaking pretty. So gorgeous. All right, so we have these little like moonlit dust. These are from Inslee Rain. This is from their Flutter and Flourish collection. I honestly am not going to use these, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter all 6 of these. Okay, so up next I have these right here. Granted, I do not support the brand anymore. I did get this collection before everything went haywire. I will say these are actually really pretty. Like some of these are really pretty. I may keep 1 or 2 out of here just for myself because some of these shadows are really pretty that I don't have, but the rest I will definitely declutter. We do have these 2 liquid liners from What's Up Beauty, but I don't use liquid liners. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to a friend who I know will get a great use out of these. And then I do have these ColourPop multi-chrome liners as well. These are super cute. I definitely tried them out. I just got to put them in my collection. Okay, so up next, I do have all these Inslee Rain single shadows. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of single shadows. Some of these are completely broken, some are not. So I'm going to go ahead and pass along the ones that I think will get a great home. I might keep 1 or 2 shades that I generally just don't have in my collection I think is really pretty. And then I will get rid of the ones that are broken because there's some ones that are like completely like shattered in here that they're falling, that I just don't want to like keep because they are just like literally spilling everywhere. So I'm going to pass along what I can, keep what I may want. I don't want to just get rid of a perfectly good shadow when I can pass it along to a great home. So let me just move these out of my collection. Okay guys, so this is how the door is looking now. Like I said, there really wasn't too much to declutter. I didn't want to get rid of my loose pigments like I said in the very beginning, but I just want to get rid of some of the stuff that was expired or some of the stuff that like never even been opened. That way I can have just a little bit more room. This drawer has always stayed organized throughout my entire declutter series. Whenever I declutter every year, this one's the most organized out of them all. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to our lipstick collection.
And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again.
Okay, so here is part 1 of my lipstick collection. We're going to go through and I'm going to see what I want to keep and what I want to declutter. So we're going to start with this drawer right here. So in here, I have an Unearthly Cosmetics lip gloss. This is in the shade called Pollen. It's really pretty. But honestly, I don't use this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. I have a Sigma lip cream. Again, it's such a pretty shade, but honestly, guys, I don't use it, so I'm gonna declutter. I have this Merit lipstick. This is gonna be in the shade called Classic. Now, that's a really pretty lipstick. I do like to have some random lipsticks in my collection, so I will go ahead and keep this one. We have this Milk Makeup Odyssey lipstick. I like having fun lipstick colors like this because these look great on top of like a black lipstick or like a neutral lipstick, so I will keep this one. We have this really pretty lip plumper from NYX. I didn't really get to use this that often because it's not in my main collection, so I'm gonna pull this aside to continue to use this. I have this e.l.f. Revitalizing Lip Oil. Honestly, these are nice, but I don't really get a use out of it, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. It's a pretty shade, but honestly, I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Now, this is more of my shade right here, so I will go ahead and keep this. I bought this at the Makeup by Mario event. This is going to be in the shade called Soho. I'm going to keep this. It's an e.l.f. plumping lip gloss. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. We have another e.l.f. plumping lip gloss. Again, I don't really use these, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. This one's definitely more of my speed, but at the end of the day, again, I don't use these, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. I have these 3 beautiful lipsticks from What's Up Beauty. This is gonna be the shades right here. I'm gonna keep these for now. These are so intricate. They're so gorgeous. I mean, like, just look at the design of that. So gorgeous. Definitely keeping. All right, so we have a City Lip. We have a City lip gloss. These are really pretty. I did enjoy using these, but honestly, I haven't touched them in just a little bit, and I definitely prefer other lip gloss formulas over City Lips right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. We have all of my Jean-Luc lip oils. Now, I really do love Jean-Luc Cosmetics. I think Jean-Luc and the team are so incredibly sweet. They make some great lip liners, but honestly, I really don't use these lip oils ever. I just don't. There's nothing wrong with them. They're cute. They're fun. But for me, I just don't need them at all because I don't really reach for them. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter all of these right here. All right, so next we have these 2 lip glosses from Glamlight. These are really fun lip glosses. These are what Michaela created when she did her second collab with Glamlight. One has like a blue-green shift to it, and the other has like a golden shift to it, but honestly, I don't use these anymore. So for me, as fun as they were to have in my collection, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. Now, when it comes to red lipsticks, guys, I'm always on the quest to find the perfect red lip. So this is from Natasha Denona. This is gonna be in the shade called Emilia. Really, really gorgeous red. We are definitely gonna be keeping this. I have the Elson number 4 from Pat McGrath. This is Taylor Swift's Viral Red Lip, and I bought it when it finally became available. And I will say I tried it out, but I can't get the same exact lip combo as her. I gotta find out the lip liner she uses, but I am definitely keeping this. We have the Ofra Cosmetics. This is gonna be in the shade called Brickell. Again, beautiful, beautiful red lip. So anything a red lip I will keep because I'm always on the quest to find the perfect red lip. So I'm gonna keep this. We have this really fun blue shade from Ofra, just in case I ever want to do like a blue lip moment. I'm going to keep, just in case I want these for like Halloween, so we're going to keep. We have this green one from Ofra. Green screen, going to keep. We have like a duty green one as well, called the Grove. Going to keep these ones just in case. It's nice to have fun lip colors in my collection, so we're going to keep. We have this black shade from NARS. It's getting a little runny. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign. Let me smell it, actually. Okay, still smells okay. So we were going to go ahead and keep the black shade for now. We also have a really fun purple one as well that we are going to go ahead and keep as well. We have one from Dragon Beauty. This brand doesn't even exist anymore, but this is a black matte. Whereas the Natasha Denona is going to be more like a satin. It does have a high shine. This is going to end up drying down from Dragon Beauty. And for me, it still has a nice smell. So we will go ahead and still keep this one just in case. Then we have all of these lipsticks from Fantasy Cosmetica. I will say these are fun. Like, they're really fun, unique colors. Like, this is going to be like an orange shade right here. I don't have like an orange lipstick at all. So for me, I'll keep the orange lipstick. But like these 2 shades right here, like we have this shade for me. I don't need those 2 shades, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter them. This is going to be like a Fire Engine Red. I don't like Fire Engine Red, so for me, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. And then we also have this really pink, like beautiful, like normal mauve shade, but I don't really use this one at all, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this as well. We have this really pretty shade called Mystery. Now this is more of a berry plum red, not my style. Again, I like a true blood reds with a purple blue undertone, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. We have a brown shade I'm gonna declutter. We have this green shade and this blue shade. They're both super, super, super creamy. Both super creamy, but honestly, I am going to keep the liquid lips over the lipstick, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter these ones as well. Okay, so up next, we do have my Jean-Luc Cosmetics drawer. Honestly, the only shades that I will keep out of here are going to be these 3 Jeffree Star Cosmetics, just because, again, I like to have fun, unique colors for Halloween, but I'm going to make sure they don't smell first, just because it's been a while. If they stink, then they have to go. Okay, the Venus Flytrap has no smell. The white one has no smell. No smell either. Okay, that's kind of good, but this one's kind of dried out. This is in the shade called Zombie Kiss. This one's kind of dried out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one, but I will keep these two. But everything else, honestly, I just don't go into this drawer whatsoever. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter all of the lip glosses. As for the lip liners themselves, let me swatch them and see which ones I generally want to keep. Okay, so out of all the lip liners, I only kept the shade Mother Pucker because this one generally is one of my favorites. It looks just like the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bourbon Lip Liner, and that's one of my favorites, so I'm keeping this one, but the rest I am decluttering. Okay, so these are my Jaclyn Cosmetics lip products. Now, I paid for everything you guys see right here. I did not get sent this in PR, but honestly, her brand does not exist anymore. So I'm going to swatch these and I'm going to determine which ones I want to keep and which ones I'm going to get rid of, because there's still a few that I may want to keep, but honestly I'm probably going to get rid of majority of these because I don't know how long these are going to last for, and it's just really time that I part ways with them, especially since they just kind of sit here and don't really get used. So for me personally, I know that these three right here, these are going to be the lip glosses. I thought Jaclyn created kind of shitty lip glosses, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was not a fan of these. They're pretty sticky. They didn't have longevity to them. They looked really, really, really pretty. I think this was part of like a Christmas collection, I want to say. But I just felt like these were just really pretty like lip toppers, but they were so sticky. Like sticky. I cannot stand a sticky gloss. I've never been able to. So for me, I am definitely going to go ahead and declutter these three right here. I'm gonna say goodbye. All right, now let's move on to these. So let's see, we have Yes Bitch. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter Yes Bitch. This is gonna be the shade called Absolutely Decluttering. The shade right here called I'm In It Decluttering. No Rules. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. I feel like this is gonna take forever if I just swatch it individually and tell you guys what I'm decluttering, what I'm keeping. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start swatching them, and then I'll tell you guys what I'm keeping and what not, but I'll just show you guys the swatches. Okay, so some of these are really getting like hard to open. This is right here called Oh Hi. And this shade right here, like this component, I don't know if it's like dried out or what, but it's hard to like open and close. It doesn't smell bad, but it definitely is very, very, very difficult to open and close.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong. And
Okay, so that's how my arm is looking so far. So far, I've decluttered majority of them. I've kept a few right here that I'm going to keep so far. Now we're moving on to like her special collection. So I think these are supposed to be like a hybrid of like a lip gloss satin stain situation. Oh yeah. So this is the shade right here called Gumdrop, and this is pretty, but at the end of the day, these were so sticky, like so sticky, and I just don't like sticky glosses, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Like you can just see the way it sticks. This is gonna be the shade called Cider. Again, I am decluttering. I don't know if you guys can tell that these are definitely like broken up in here. You can tell it's been a long time since they've even been used or open, but it's just so sticky. Like this is a really pretty color, but I just don't like the stickiness. And this is in the shade called Ginger, but we are going to go ahead and say goodbye. In the shade right here called Cookies. I think these are like the last liquid lips that the last lipsticks that they ended up coming out with, but we're going to go ahead and declutter. All right, moving on to more of the liquid lips. So let's see. This is going to be in the shade right here called Strawberry Cake, decluttering. We have the shade right here called Juicy. We're decluttering. And the shade called Sugared, decluttering. This is from her Valentine's Day mystery box. It's a gold gloss, but again, I don't use these, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. Moving into the reds, let's see if there's any reds I want to keep. So this is going to be this shade right here. Called Clingy. This right here is definitely going to have a bright red undertone to it. So for me, I know I would not like this. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This right here is in the shade called Boy Bye. But again, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. This right here is going to be the shade called Committed. Now this is definitely more of my shade. This has a blue-red undertone, so we're going to go ahead and keep this one. Moving on to her Christmas collection. Pretty. That's going to be in the shade right here called Stocking. But again, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. This right here is going to be the shade called Flannel. Again, I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Right here we have the shade called Bow. I actually will keep this one. And this is a shade right here called Unwrap Me, but I could tell from the formula that this one is actually kind of dried out. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I think these are her lip stains. Yeah, these are her like lip stains right here. This is going to be the shade called Sincerely Yours, but I'm just going to go ahead and declutter all of these just so I know I won't use them, but I will show you guys the swatches of them. Okay, so I just counted and I decluttered over 40 Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lips. I kept 9, but I decluttered over 40 of the Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lips. I still have all the lip glosses, the lip oils to go, but I'm very proud of myself because, like I said, at the end of the day, I spent all my money on her entire brand. I never got anything in PR minus like 1 eyeshadow palette or like 2 eyeshadow palettes. And that I spent every single bit of my hard-earned money on this brand. And I have been holding on to these lips for so long, but at the end of the day, this brand doesn't exist anymore. They do have expiration dates to them, so it's time that I say goodbye. I do have one more that I kept. It's called Be Bold, but that's in my physical collection because I actually use that a lot during the fall time. So in reality, I decluttered 40 of the Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lips and I kept 10 overall, which I think is really, really, really good. So I'm just going to put these in here for now. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to organize them in just a minute. But now we're going to move on to these right here. So these are some products from like Blend Bunny and Unearthly. This is a Blend Bunny Cosmetics lip oil. It's a little black lip oil. I actually do like Blend Bunny Cosmetics lip oils. They are so incredible. They retail for $12. They're super affordable. So for me, I'm definitely going to be keeping the lip oil. This is from Unearthly. These are really pretty, like, topper. This is actually from Inslee Rain. This is going to be a glitter lip topper right here. For me, that is super pretty, but I am going to go ahead and declutter this one because, again, I'm not the biggest fan of them right now. This is another one. This is the Flourish. Really, really, really beautiful, beautiful gloss. But realistically, I just don't really use glosses like this as a whole, regardless of how I feel about the brand. I just don't really use glosses like this. I'm going to go ahead and declutter these two. And I believe this one right here from Unearthly actually came in broken. Yeah, the topper came out. So this right here is completely broken. So there's no stopper for this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. We also have the Beauty and the Beast lip liner collection. This is going to be a lip liner and lip gloss. And honestly, I don't know why I have it because I just don't really use this. Usually this type of stuff I do declutter, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter these. We have this Pokemon Vaporeon lip gloss trio. As much as I love Pokemon, I know realistically I will never use these from ColourPop. I use them for my video, but I just won't really use these as a whole, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter these whole things. We have the ColourPop like lip balms. These are like pH changing lip balms. These are actually really cute, kind of unique because I don't really have anything like this in my collection at all. I will keep these for now, but I want to make a better use out of these because they're super cute. Very clear high shine lip balms, but I want to get a use out of these, so I'll keep these ones for now. The Jigglypuff one that I want to keep, this one as well. And then up next, we do have these Pokeball. This is going to be your catch. This is going to be a lip balm from ColourPop. Honestly, I think this is super cute. I think I am going to go ahead and keep this one for now as well. Still smells really, really, really good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this lip balm because I don't really have too many lip balms in my collection. So let me go ahead and like reorganize how I'm gonna set up this stand, move my perfumes over, and then we're gonna move on to the last bit of my lipstick collection. I just want to let you guys know that I washed my arm 3 different times, and this is how it's looking. It looks like a child came with a marker and drew all over my arm. Oh my gosh. This is why I usually don't do swatches. Y'all, I cannot get Jacqueline's shit to get off my arm. Okay, now moving on to my actual like lipstick collection. This is what I have in my everyday makeup drawer. So up first, we do have all of these lip velvets from ABH. I recently just got these. I'm not parting with any of them. I think they are absolutely fantastic. So we're definitely going to be holding on to these. This is an Inslee Rain lip oil that I got with a light in your eyes. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. And then we have the 2 from the brand new collection that just launched. I will say though, I did recently just play with these because I played with these before everything had come out about the brand, but these are really pretty like multi-chrome lip glosses. So I still will hold on to these for the time being because they are super pretty. So I'll hold on to these for now. Here are all my lip liners. Let's see. I'm going to find out what I can keep and what I don't want to keep. All right. So I have, okay, so here's my little lip liner drawer. We do have a Dr. Dennis Gross. This is a lip plumper and my Gazoo lip oil right here. We're going to go ahead and keep these 2 items right here. And then we have all of my lip liners. I'm just going to start to swatch them and I'm going to let you guys know what I end up keeping and not keeping.
Been counting days to get away, to see you again.
Okay, I just want to show you guys, this is my Jacqueline Cosmetics. This is the Bourbon lip liner. As you guys can tell, she's one of my favorites. I'm still going to keep her. I absolutely still love this. I do have like 2 backups, but I'm still keeping this. Okay, so this is my Hershey Kisses lip liner from Glamlight. They don't make this anyone anymore, but I'm not going to lie. This smells like fish. Like it smells like fish and it's all that they have left. Unfortunately, I do have to declutter it. It's super pretty, but it really stinks. I have to let it go. Okay, so pretty much I'm going to keep majority of these lip liners. The ones I'm kind of going to be getting rid of are all my Jacqueline Cosmetics ones because these ones are really old. And honestly, I don't really use a lot of the Jacqueline Cosmetics lip liners anymore unless it's like Bourbon or Be Bold. I just generally don't use them anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to declutter them just because realistically, they're not going to get like any uses out of me. All right, so this is the other Glamlight lip liner. This one is the Hershey's one. And again, it has a nasty fish smell to it. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. All right, then we have all these lip liners right here. These are my more colorful lip liners. So I'm going to quickly go through here. All of my Rare Beauty ones, I just recently pulled these out of a little backup. I'm going to keep every single one of these Rare Beauty lip liners. The ColourPop ones. Any of my ColourPop ones I'm going to keep because they're so creamy and buttery and I'm just going to end up keeping them. So I'm going to keep the ColourPop ones. I'm going to hold on to these Jeffree Star Cosmetics ones because they're 2 reds and they're 2 reds and a black. And I don't really have a lot of those I'm keeping. I'm going to keep this Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Devoted because I just recently got this. This is one of my favorite red lip liners. This is from Natasha Denona. Like, it's so freaking beautiful. This is going to be in the shade called Berry Pop, I think. That is from Made by Mitchell. I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. This is from Give Beauty. This is a blue lip liner. I don't think I'm ever going to really need to have this. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Another staple red lip liner from Natasha Denona. This is me in the shade Amelia. Definitely going to be keeping. We have a Kosas one. Keeping. Ooh, from Snitchery and ColourPop. Definitely keeping. I will declutter this one though from ColourPop. Only because I know realistically I'm not going to use a color like this. And then the rest are all like Jaclyn Hill. So I'm going to swatch these really fast. I'm pretty sure I'm going to declutter all of these ones. Yeah. Like I won't use shades like these ones. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter these 3. And a little orange one. I'm going to go ahead and declutter these 3. I'm going to go ahead and declutter those 2. I am going to go ahead and declutter these 2 Jaclyn ones. And I just smashed that one on the floor. This one just fell on the floor. This one just fell on the floor and got smashed, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. And I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Alrighty, guys. So these are all the lip liners that I am decluttering. Let me go ahead and count how many there are, and I'll let you guys know how many I'm keeping. All right, I decluttered 33 I decluttered 33 lip liners, and I kept over 40 lip liners. So I decluttered 33, but I kept 40. So now we're gonna move on to these next ones right here. So I'm gonna quickly run through these ones because I'm gonna tell you guys right now what I will or will not keep. So up first, we do have the House Labs. This is gonna be the pH Balm right here. I'm absolutely keeping this. We have the Lavender Sorbet. This is going to be from Lawless. This is going to be the Forget the Filler Lip Gloss. Definitely going to be keeping this. This is in the shade called Sorbet. This is one of my favorite from them. It's so freaking pretty. Like, such a pretty gloss. We have the coconut. We have the Coconut Gazoo Lip Oil. Definitely keeping. We have a Clarins lip gloss, a lip oil, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. We have Almay lipstick in the shade Go Wild. I absolutely love this. Still going to keep this. We have the Charlotte Tilbury. This is going to be the plumping lip gloss. I really do love this lip gloss, so we're going to go ahead and keep this one. We have the Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is Sparkling Iris. Definitely going to be keeping this. We have my lip gloss collab with Ofra Cosmetics. This is going to be the shade called Koa. This is one of my favorite shades ever from Ofra. I'm very proud of this shade, and I'm always going to keep this, so definitely keeping. We have a Revlon lipstick right here, but I don't really use this one as much anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. We have this Merit lipstick. It's going to be like in the shade called like Ginger. It's such a pretty lipstick shade. We're definitely going to be keeping. We have a Summer Friday lip oil. I actually really like this. I know a lot of people there had issues with theirs, saying that theirs like leaked and whatnot. Mine did not leak, so I'm going to go ahead and still keep this. And then we have a ColourPop So Juicy Plumping Lip Oil as well. These are really nice, but I hate the component that it comes in. It's just such a pain to deal with. Super cute, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. Up next, I have my Makeup by Mario. This is going to be a, I think it's like a lipstick moment. Yeah. It's going to make a nice little lip cream moment right here. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. We have Makeup by Mario lipstick as well in the shade called Molten. Definitely keeping this. Then we have all of my Jaclyn Cosmetics lip oils. As you guys can see, these have not been touched in a very long time. This one right here was my absolute favorite. This is going to be in the shade called Honey Drip. I loved this one so much, but as you guys can see, they haven't been touched in a long time. I'm going to see how they smell, but they're starting to like literally, if you guys look up close, they're starting to separate. That is disgusting. I wonder how this smells. Doesn't really have too much of a smell to it, but I know myself, I am not going to really use these lip oils anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter all of them. We have my Blend Bunny Cosmetics lip oils along with my Fenty glosses right here. I'm going to go ahead and keep all these. I still do enjoy these. Okay, so now we're going to kind of quickly go through these drawers. So these are going to be all of my Lunar Beauty lip glosses. Honestly, I'm not going to get rid of any of my Lunar Beauty lip glosses. I love them too much to get rid of. Plus there's some liquid lips in here as well. Definitely going to be holding on to these. I also have all the Lunar Beauty liquid lipsticks and lip liners. Again, I'm holding on to these, and this is one of my favorite red lips. This would be the NARS Power. This would be the NARS Power Pigment in the shade called Star Woman. Absolutely going to be keeping. Then down in here we have more Lunar Beauty lip glosses along with Tarte Maracuja plumping lip glosses as well. I absolutely, again, love all these, so I'm not going to be decluttering any of these. And then down in here, I am Going to keep all of my Makeup by Mario products. I'm going to go ahead and keep my 2 Blend Bunny lip oils. I have the, like this right here, that is gross. It's like leaking through. We are going to go ahead and declutter that. But like my YSL lip balm lipstick stuff, like for me, I'm still going to keep. I like to keep this because I like to have pain apparently. This is a maximum plumping lip gloss oil, like lip glosser. But I'm going to keep this because if I ever want to plump my lips, I put this on for a couple minutes prior to makeup wear, and it just does a good job at making my lips nice and plump. And then we do this little Fenty Beauty moment right here. This is just so pretty. Definitely going to be holding on to that. Alrighty, and then over here, we do have my 2 YSL lip glosses and lip plumpers. I use these all the time, so I'm definitely holding on to these. We have a Natasha Denona. This is a Golden Glow. I love adding this shade on top of a red lip, so that's why it's kind of stained. It's actually really pretty gold gloss from them. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. We have a Rare Beauty lipstick in the shade Red Devotion. I'm still trying to find a way to make this work. I was not a fan of it, but we're going to try to find a way to make this work, so I'm keeping. The Dior lip oils. Surprisingly, this is actually really pretty. Really, really pretty lip oil, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. The Merit Beauty little lip oil moment right here. Really pretty, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter. We have my Kaya liquid lip from Ofra. I'm going to keep. We have a little Milk Makeup Odyssey moment. This is such a pretty shade. Like such a pretty shade. But I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. We have my Faux Filler Lip Gloss from Huda. Definitely going to be keeping. Along with my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Oh my gosh, I love these. These are so freaking good. Definitely going to be keeping that. Oh, okay. And here we have an assortment of goodies. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So up first, we do have another Natasha Denona red lipstick. Going to go ahead and keep this. Anastasia Beverly Hills Velvet Lipstick. These are amazing. Keeping. My CoverGirl like Clean Yummy Gloss line. These are one of my favorite drugstore glosses. I get so much use out of them. We are keeping every single one of these. Another of Forget the Filler lip gloss from Lawless. We're going to keep. And then I have this Milk Makeup Odyssey shade. Super pretty. I'm going to go ahead and keep. Jean-Luc red lipstick. I know I'm not going to use this anymore, so we're going to go ahead and declutter that. This is from Robert Welsh collaboration with Blend Bunny. This is such a pretty little fun, unique lipstick shade. We're going to go ahead and keep this. So I have all these lifter glosses from Maybelline. I'm going to go ahead and pass these along to my friends because I know that they are going to get a good use out of it. I haven't really played with these at all, and so we're going to go ahead and pass this along to them. We have this beautiful Tower 28 lip gloss. It smells like coconuts. We're going to go ahead and keep this. Oh, we have the Jack & Cosmetics Be Bold Liquid Lip. I'm definitely going to be keeping this. We have the Truffle Lip Gloss from Ofra. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one because I have my Koa, which I like a little bit more than this one, so this will get decluttered. We have a Blend Bunny collaboration with Donnie Darko-Wish. It's a clear gloss, but honestly, I'm not going to really use this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. But I will keep the lip liner because it's like a black lip liner, which I'll go ahead and keep. ColourPop lip gloss, which is going to be like a metallic lip gloss. For me, I'm not going to use that, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This red lipstick from Merit. It's like a berry tone lipstick. I'm not going to use this one, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Alrighty, I'm going to quickly run through this. So all of my ColourPop plumping lip glosses that I got from the Snowman collection, we're going to go ahead and keep these ones for sure. Tower 28 gloss, I'll go ahead and keep. Unearthly Cosmetics gloss. I'm a declutter. Definitely keeping this green one from Blend Bunny collaboration with Robert Welsh. Super pretty. These two lipsticks from Frosty's Snowman collection, I'm going to go ahead and declutter these ones just because I'd rather keep other lipsticks that I like a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter these two ones. This is a really pretty lip gloss from Unearthly Cosmetics. Going to keep. Another Rare Beauty lipstick in the shade Devoted. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Really pretty white silvery gloss from Unearthly. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. All of my NARS lipsticks, they did send to me in PR, and I was so shocked. So I'm going to keep all of my NARS ones for now, just because I still want to play with these. These are all the lip glosses from Fantasy Cosmetica collab with Amanda just for fun, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter these ones just because reality, I'm not going to really use them. They're pretty, but I'm just not going to use them. We have lip gloss from Formless Beauty. I didn't really care for this one too much, so for me, I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Love this lip gloss shade from Unearthly, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this. It's so pretty, so unique. Inslee Rain, Inslee Rain, and Inslee Rain. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Blue lip gloss from Blend Bunny. I'm going to go ahead and keep. All right, guys, I'm going to quickly organize my entire collection. I'm going to show you guys everything that I kept versus decluttered, and I'll be right on back. Okay, so remember how this drawer looked like before? And this is after. Like I said, I barely did any declutter from this drawer because I kind of knew what I wanted to keep and what I didn't want to keep. I wanted to keep majority of these items in here. That was not really the focus. The focus was my lip collection. So let me show you guys what I have now. So you guys remember this collection looked like before? And this is after. So now all my perfumes are stocked up right here. Now all my perfumes are stacked up right here. I do have just a little tiny little lipstick case to have those elevated. What I really want to get is I want to get like some shelving up here to really display my perfume, and I want to get something to hold these sizes. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know what to store these in, because I have no idea how to properly store this particular products, because the second my drawers move, or like if I start playing into my palettes right here, these fall. So let me know what I can do. But this is how it's looking right here. It looks so much better than what it did before. And this is how this section is looking right here. So pretty much I just have my NARS lipstick right here, along with like some Rare Beauty products. I gotta find my other YSL. I don't know where I gotta find my other YSL. I don't know where I put it. I'm gonna have all of my neutral lip liners right here, my colorful red lip liners along with my Jaclyn Cosmetics products. And then over here would just be my Lunar Beauty lip glosses right in here. Nothing's really changed from these drawers whatsoever. So that's all nice and organized. And then over here, I do just have my ABH, my Fenty, my Gazoo. I just have some lip glosses that are going to be found in here. More of my lip glosses in here. More of my colorful fun lip glosses. And all of my Blend Bunny. That is everything that I kept. Now let me show you guys what I decluttered. So first I was able to clear out a whole acrylic drawer, which I'm so excited about. But look at how much I'm decluttering. I am decluttering everything you see right here. I got rid of so much lip products. I feel like I got rid of like 60 to 70% of my makeup collection. Oh, I know I did. Since I was able to clear out that entire drawer, I know that I got rid of so many products. I'm very proud of myself for finally decluttering all of my Jaclyn Cosmetics lip products, because you guys know back in the day, I never would have decluttered from any of these, but I knew there was time to go. So I got rid of all my Jaclyn Cosmetics products minus a few, tons of lip oils, tons of lipsticks. Like I got rid of so much products compared to last time. Last time I still kept so much, and now we decluttered a huge amount of product. Like I'm so proud of myself for pretty much only having this section right here of lips. Like that to me is so much better than having this right here followed by that right there. I love the fact that I was able to pretty much condense everything down to this drawer, because this is what I use the most. So that is my big epic declutter. I'm so excited to get rid of these products right here and just to declutter my entire makeup collection. At the end of the day, this is my job. I review makeup for a living, and while I consume way too much makeup, I'm trying to make it my goal next year to consume less. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's All for the Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video.